Justin and Jai are a couple of guys who know they're gonna die, so they're biding time by consuming content and wasting their breath. It's a podcast called Amusing Ourselves to Death.
When's the proper age to start teaching children profanity? They never really...
Out of the vagina.
Yeah.
Right in the operating room.
Just start
Like,
cursing in their
13? Because like
yeah.
PG-13, like, you know, that's when you can say like one F word in a movie. But
And one boob.
in one boob. Yeah.
Or a boob.
Half
through
a boob.
A translucent shirt,
Yeah.
see-through shirt.
But it can't be like a sexual boob. It has to be like a medical boob.
Right.
You know?
Breastfeeding or a doctor's office.
Right. Or a corpse. That's fine.
So hot. Those corpse boobs.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Amusing Ourselves to Death, the podcast about the art we consume and the content that we love. We're doing this little thing where we chat for a little bit.
A little chat, little primer to the guts of the mouth.
Right, yeah, exactly. My name is Justin Passano.
I'm Jai Peck.
And today we have a very, very, very special guest. But first, let's do our ritual real quick.
We missed this on the last episode, actually.
Yeah, we did,
I was just drinking tea. But yeah, we got
the 2 episodes ago.
2 episodes ago. We have Wegmans Black Cherry Vanilla Sparkling Water. Calorie-free.
Oh, black cherry vanilla. I thought you said it was just black cherry. All right.
You come to the Peck Penthouse, you get quality,
Little
sir.
seltzer from Weggies. Here we go. All right, there we go. Now that we've done that, we have a very special guest sitting to the
Very
right of
special
me.
guest.
And just directly across, Jai is 12 o'clock. He's at my 1 o'clock. We have Daniel Moyer here. Yay.
Oh, I feel honored. I'm a very special guest.
You're a very special guest.
As opposed to all the other guests you guys have had on to this point.
Everybody's special, but you're
Extra
special because you're helping us with a new thing that we're trying out, a new little format, special thing we might do again.
We're going to do a live commentary of a movie, or we'll be like kind of syncing this up. If you choose, we're going to tell you when we hit the play button on this film we're watching today, and we're just going to watch and talk about it.
Exactly. What we usually do, if this is your first time listening, we always, sometimes it's just Jai and I, sometimes we have a guest, and when we have a guest, it's guest choice and to talk about something that they love.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like movies, television show, books, and Daniel, you have chosen. Do you want to announce what we have chosen today?
Well, it was awkward when Jaya threw it in my lap. I was like, well, there's lots of things that I could have fun talking about. But
we had a whole list from you. It was just like, like all kinds of like short stories and like, TV shows.
You weren't the only one that did
30s.
that.
Oh, okay.
No, and when we were talking to Tammy Canalina before her episode, she gave us several things, and we're just like, just pick one. And then I think I had to pick one. I picked Saved by the Bell. I was like, let's do that.
Okay. Yeah. We just used what am I passionate about. It goes back to childhood and what are the things that influenced you as a human being that made you the adult that you are today. And a lot of things go into that soup. So I'm a complicated, weird person.
Yeah. Well, I think we're all... I think that goes for everybody. I don't have one. Everybody's always like, "What's your favorite movie?" It's like I don't think I have a favorite.
You change as you go. Everything changes all the time,
Or you love them. Yeah, you love them for different reasons. They're
right.
not. No one of them is perfect.
Exactly. But what movie? You did pick a perfect movie.
I did pick it. Well, I picked a classic movie, one that probably touches a lot of people and that we've all had exposure to in our childhood. The Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz,
1939.
Correct.
Yeah,
Our oldest movie we're covering so far.
That's true. Yeah.
I'd like to go older. We do like a silent film.
We do that one where the train's coming up the screen.
Yeah. It's like 1 minute episode.
No, you find that somebody
Einstein shorts.
put together that London After Midnight. Apparently, there's like almost a full version of that now. They've found enough bits and pieces of it.
What is that? I'm not familiar.
Oh, it's this old missing silent horror movie that everybody talks about, and it had like this serial killer in it, and I'm gonna flub on this. There's a graphic, there's a face that you see all the time. It's like everywhere in pop culture.
Oh, okay. So I would know it if I saw it.
Comes from that movie. Oh, it's I know what it is. It's Lon Chaney, and he's got this face. And he's got
Family
fangs.
Opera.
But it's
before that.
He did a lot of characters,
right.
But this one he's got like fangs, like little sharp pointy teeth, and these like big dark circle eyes and a hat. But the movie, I think it's like a Jack the Ripper thing or something.
Oh, okay.
But it's famous for being a lost film.
Oh, and now they're close to recovering it?
Close to recovering it, and I think people have like been able to fill in the blanks, and I don't know if there's any reproduction stuff in it but it's a big deal.
That's cool. That's a big deal for film.
In the beginning days of film, they weren't really like that keen on film preservation. They're just like, oh, this is a one-off. We're gonna shoot it,
throw it in the
show it to
fucking
the
bucket.
masses. They'll buy their popcorn. They'll pay for the tickets. They'll laugh and cheer, and then we'll throw it in the incinerator and get another.
Well, you don't even have to throw it in the incinerator. Celluloid is highly explosive,
Exactly,
and
yeah.
it would burst into flames. Like look at it funny, and boom, it's on fire.
Wah. Yeah. I just did a wah. That's an upstate New York regional thing.
What?
Wah.
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 Slip into it every now and then. No, yeah, they that was a central plot point to Inglourious Bastards. The celluloid was incredibly flammable, and it's used to implement a mass murder or a mass
No spoilers.
revenge.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's great.
I do
It
want to
doesn't-
see it.
Very
Yeah.
timely film.
There's fire in it
Yeah,
in celluloid.
there's
That's all we'll
Nazis.
say. There's Nazis. It's
And
incredible.
maybe they die.
Oh, well,
Maybe not.
yeah. No, I got that impression from the trailers.
There might be
for
a
sure.
Hitler. Ooh, but we're not talking.
Yeah.
We're talking about Inglourious Bastards today. We're talking about The Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Defaz.
One of the only movies that I know of that has not been remade yet.
No.
Somehow, there's been sequels. I've seen what's the one with the Wheelers?
Return to Oz.
That one was very scary for
I
me.
pitched that one as an offer for one of these because I love the dark side of Oz and the dark side of most things.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorites too. Did that scared you?
I mean, I didn't see it until later in life, but I was just like, I remember the Wheelers scene specifically was going around on message boards because it's like, oh, post creepy clips and creepy photos. And that was like one video where out of context, I was like, what the hell is this? Yeah, it was creepy.
I love how delicate you are.
I'm delicate. But then I love Midsummer. That was my favorite movie of 2019. So that didn't. Maybe I don't know. I think I just like being punished.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Wizard of Oz a few times growing up, probably through like with family, grandparents. But I was a huge diehard fan of Oz, the HBO original series set in a prison, which had like a location called Emerald City, and they like, oh, you're a friend of Dorothy's, and
Wait, what? They actually did that in that show?
Emerald City.
What?
Yeah.
In Oz?
Yeah,
The HBO show?
HBO prison show.
Yeah.
There was this experimental wing of the prison that they called Emerald City that was all like kind of clean and shiny, and like all the cells were just kind of these kind of plexiglass cells, so everyone can. There's no privacy. And it was supposed to like just like we're gonna put all the gangs together in this one experimental wing and see what happens. And of course, people just got killed every episode.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
I only saw one episode. Somebody got assaulted, and I'm like,
I think we're
watching this
gonna
again.
cover.
Did they
all
kill them
6
with
seasons.
water or like drop a house on them? Or
They buried guys alive behind like brick walls.
And then their toes still curled up.
Yeah, they crucified people in the gym.
I want to see that.
They once fed this Italian mob boss like pieces of glass in his food, and then like they did, like over a course of like a month or two, they just kept feeding him like the same meal with just like glass in it, and he just like slowly just like bled to death. That was the way of like, oh, we don't want to like actually like kind of whack him, you know, like because then like they'll look for who's to blame. So let's just like put glass in his food for a
I
month.
don't think that would work scientifically.
How are they getting so much glass in there?
The guys work in the kitchen, you know. They just
They still shouldn't have glass.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But they still should.
They
They
got
would be
jar.
plastic.
They got like mason jars. They just like smash one and we'll roll it up real fine. We'll put it in the spaghetti sauce. You know,
only on television.
He's Italian, so he's gonna love spaghetti sauce.
love the spaghetti.
Cut the garlic real thin, like so it melted.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Should we start the movie?
yeah. Well, yeah. That's what we're gonna be doing. We're
Yeah.
doing live commentary.
Right.
here.
Yeah.
So,
you want to get into it?
yeah,
Or
let's
you wanna-
get into it.
Tell
Yeah.
the
Another
listeners
preamble?
when to start their.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's figure this
We
out
gotta make
here.
sure like the volume's not too loud.
Yeah.
We'll put the subtitle.
Oh, we
on.
should have probably tested this before we
Yeah.
started recording.
All right.
Don't want to.
Do you want to?
And funny enough, the witch, if this stays true to all the other digital versions of this, is in primarily every scene that ends in a 7.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, that's interesting.
she comes in on 17.
Okay, well let's figure it out.
Yeah,
All right.
watch for that.
Watch for
Okay.
that.
Here's some listener trivia.
We are ready to go.
We are
on
ready to
Wizard of
go.
Oz.
Okay, great. So we have paused this at chapter 1 on the 4K Blu-ray DVD.
Beautiful steelbook.
Beautiful steelbook. And we are unpausing it right
3, 2,
2,
1, play.
play. And we are playing 56 chapters. So there's the lion.
Leo the Lion.
Is that his name?
Yes,
I didn't
yes,
know
it
he had
is.
a name. Did Leo die shortly after this? Or was he like...
No, he lived for a while. I think there was actually... Was there 2 Leos? No, there's 1 Leo. There was 2 dead lions that were used to make the Cowardly Lion's actual costume.
No.
Yes.
Those real lions?
Real lion skin. They say that they were circus lions that died of natural causes. If that makes anybody feel better.
What about that unicorn for TriStar Pictures? Is that real?
Yes, it is.
Is it really?
It is. It's a genetically modified white pony, and it was crossbred with a goat, and they removed one horn surgically.
What about the world and Universal Pictures, Universal Studios? You know,
Yeah,
the big globes? Was that a real globe?
Yeah,
real
they just shot a camera up into space and aimed it back at the planet.
Mm-hmm. One thing I just noticed here in the credits is they didn't name the Munchkins; they just named them the Munchkins.
Yeah, there's so many of them. They think they call them the singer midgets.
Oh,
yeah, that's
and not in the credits though.
They think they do at the end.
Oh, okay.
And that's commonly what they're known as when you see any references to the Wizard of Oz. This guy, Singer, had his own singing troupe of little people.
Oh, okay. That's his name, Singer.
But he actually, for the volume of people that they wanted, he subcontracted out and put out a call for a lot more little people to come be in the movie. So it was well beyond the scope of his little performance troupe.
Gotcha.
And they actually still didn't even have enough, and they even at some points used little children.
Oh, okay.
There's a few children.
Well, I mean, if you didn't seem to fill out a scene, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big proponent of staying for the credits at the end of a movie, but I do like how the old practice they just put them all in the front, and then there's like no credits at the end of the movie because they just know like people are just like they gotta piss, they want to get
out of there.
They got things to do.
There's some movies recently that they've gone back to doing that.
I mean, it's hard because now there's all kinds of like you have to like include like every grip and every CGI person.
This is a matte shot.
A matte shot?
Yeah, she's actually only on a tiny little piece of set, and all of this.
And that's a matte painting?
Was a matte painting. I think that's a backdrop, but when you have the long shot, she's actually just in this tiny little thing.
Oh, you mean they didn't go in Kansas on location?
They
to shoot
did
this?
not.
Oh my
no,
God,
that's
so
insane.
Inauthentic.
in studio.
Man, the matte paintings they used to do were so crazy.
Nuts. They're just the entire size of the studio.
Yeah.
Like in this one, there's even photos. Like in Munchkinland, it's the entire walls of the entire studio. It's all canvas.
That's crazy.
Because they had to do a big 360 shot.
Wait, she just... Oh, okay. I thought she was taking the little chicks out of there, but she's just taking the eggs?
No, they're taking the chicks out. The incubator's broken.
Oh,
That's a plot
Gotcha.
line. They're too busy. Dorothy's in distress, and she wants their attention. And they're like, we don't have time, girl. We run on a farm.
Yeah.
These chicks is gonna be dead.
Put it in a hat? Put it in the...
Gotta
dad's hat?
improvise.
It's a nice hat.
Is that that's her parents, right? Or is it her
No,
grandparents?
Aunt Em and Uncle Henry.
Oh, okay.
Dorothy is an orphan.
It's been a long time since I've seen
Dorothy
this. I haven't seen
murdered
this
her
maybe 25
parents
years.
accidentally because electricity was new, and they were in a tub, and she says, "Mommy, Daddy," and she threw a curling iron in the tub with them, and they
No,
died.
that's not true, is it?
Yes.
Is everything you're going to be... All right. I need to make sure that all these things
gonna
aren't
fuck with
bits.
us
I
on-
can't tell what the
on
difference between
Oz lore.
bits and... Okay. All right. Oz lore is all serious. Okay. From this point on?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Wow. Is that in the book?
Oh yeah.
All right.
You read all the books?
It's historical fiction. No.
Okay.
I've read The Wizard of Oz, and I've thumbed through some of the later stories.
How many are there total?
Honk.
15?
15.
Maybe more.
Wow.
Or L. Frank Baum might have written 15, and then he passed the torch, so to speak, to somebody, Ruth Plumley Thompson, and I think she wrote some, and then there was maybe a third guy.
Nobody reads those.
No, actually, there's Oz fan groups, and there's people that are really into it. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan. They're really wacky. I don't find them to be fun because they're so bizarre. I don't know. They don't make any sense to me.
Gotcha.
Dorothy just fell in with the pigs.
She did. I did not realize.
First action set piece.
I didn't realize as a child that I'm like, what the hell's the big deal?
They're just pigs.
Pigs are horrible. Pigs will like murder and eat you.
Yeah, she's grown up on a farm.
Really?
Like, you think
Yeah.
she's used to this?
Well, I know
stuff.
There was
eat a dead body,
serial.
but-
There's a serial killer who would like. That's how he would get rid of all his bodies.
Well, yeah, I know that, but you're dead. It's not like you're a live person and the pig's going to run up and chomp on you.
If they're in a frenzy, they will.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
And everybody thinks that's fried chicken. She's handing out donuts. she says have some fresh crullers. They're fresh fried. And they're like, thanks. But everybody, like people that think they love this movie, talk about how she hands out fried chicken. And I'm like, no, it
You know,
isn't.
I have a memory that I think I thought that was fried chicken when I was a kid.
Sure, why wouldn't you? It looks like it.
As a vegetarian growing up, I had no idea what fried chicken was until I was about 6 years old.
You for real?
Yeah. I was raised vegetarian.
Well, okay, if somebody was like...
So I just didn't know what chicken was to eat, you know? It's like, just
so it reminds me, I listened to a story, Elsa Lanchester, the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
She was raised by vegetarians, her parents, and she would hide beef bouillon cubes in her bedroom, and she thought she was like breaking the law, and she would like suck on them and savor them to like get back at her parents. Like she thought that was eating meat.
Mm-hmm. That's how I did rebel against my parents. I just started eating meat. Like once, like we had like public lunches in school. I was like, yeah, well, I'm not gonna keep this up, Mom and Dad. Sorry. You know, I remember like once I got like made fun of because like I was at a Boy Scout trip and like, you know, someone had like some like uncooked hot dogs. I was like, oh, we can't eat these because they're raw. I was like, just have the hot dogs. What's the big deal? Aren't they like Morningstar? You know, you just eat them, dip them in some cold mustard, and they're laughing at me for not knowing you have to cook
cold
raw meat.
Mustard.
Yeah,
I like how they specify that it's cold.
It's literally lunch meat. You can eat them raw. There's nothing about them being not cooked.
I don't know. They just gave me shit. So.
And we're at the Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
We're missing
song.
this. This is
classic. I'm the only one watching this movie.
The number one song of the century.
No.
Yes. They polled people.
Of the century.
Polls
are accurate.
I should say
my thing for the next 2 hours is to not believe a fucking word you tell me.
That's actually true. Of the 20th century, they polled people. Yeah, I know everything. You're gonna doubt everything. They that was the number one song.
They're supposed to be improvisers, isn't it? The foundation, yes and not no. Fuck you.
I'm a voice of reason. I'm being a straight man right now.
No, but
you're crazy. No, you're crazy. I had one of my students. Not to go off on a tangent here because we're way above the chimney tops, but
that's where you'll find me.
No, one of my students in one of the 101 I recently taught. I didn't really teach them about like, you know, the straight man, crazy man, or voice of reason, you know, unusual person. But I remember there's this one scene where they just kept pointing at each other and be like, "No, you're crazy. You're crazy. That's unusual. You weirdo." And it's just like,
that's fun.
It's like, okay, we get it. Paul's the crazy one. It's just funny. But then it tickled me. Mm-hmm. So she doesn't like this farm. She doesn't like living there.
No. She likes the farm just fine. Nobody will listen to her. She has a problem. We don't know what it is yet.
She's got like a Kevin McAllister problem right now. It seems like a lot of hustle and bustle, and nobody's listening to him or paying attention.
Exactly.
Except for Toto.
Please listen to me. Yeah.
That dog is very good at sitting there.
That's its job.
He's a good dog.
That is Terry. Terry the Terrier.
Okay, how many Terry the Terriers died an awful death during the filming of this movie?
Terry was injured, and there was a stand-in for a few scenes. I don't know which ones they were. Terry actually was stepped on, but did the entire film.
You can't see it in visor.
I think it was a Munchkin in Munchkin Land. I think he got stepped on.
That's worse because
here's the Wicked Witch.
No, she's Miss Gulch right now.
Okay. So Miss Gulch is a teacher. I'm assuming she looks like a teacher.
I always thought she was a teacher. She is apparently just the town busybody, and she, according to Aunt N, owns half the town.
Oh, she's like a Mr. Potter.
Type
character.
Yeah. And she's Dorothy's problem right now, and nobody would listen. And here she comes, and she's about to dump the problem right in Uncle Henry's lap.
Hunk was saying like keep Toto away from her yard. Yep. He was referring to her. Okay.
Yeah. She's trying to claim that Toto bit her. It was bullshit. Although I've been bit by small dogs, it hurts.
Yeah, they're little nippy.
They're horrible.
Yeah. All small dogs must be exterminated.
Absolutely.
They go to heaven. So
all dogs go to heaven.
It's a good thing. You're doing them a favor.
Yeah,
you send them across the rainbow
Who doesn't
bridge.
like heaven?
I only want to keep a dog in my house if I ever have kids, just in case a rat tries to eat one of my kids' face. Because dogs are pretty good at keeping rats away. That's what I learned from Lady and the Tramp.
Cats are pretty good at that too, unless they're the Siamese cats from Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, because then they're giving me attitude.
They're trouble. You know they cut them out of the movie, I heard?
Oh, well, you know, Siamese isn't even like, you know, people say Siamese twins. That's not good anymore.
It's not good.
It's not good.
I called
what, conjoined twins?
Yes,
yeah,
conjoined.
It's conjoined.
Okay. I called a Penny Saver ad once that offered Siamese kittens, and I called them up and said, "Could you tell me where they're connected?" And the lady was like, "They're not connected." And she, "Well, this is Siamese cats." And I had people on the other end of the phone. They were cracking up.
When was this?
This was I was probably 20 something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's understandable.
It was fun. I had her going for a while.
That's weird that they cut them out, though. But I also haven't seen that movie in a long time, so they probably did some racist shit. It was Disney.
I don't know. I mean, there are Siamese cats. I don't know why that's racist.
So wait, was she threatening to do?
She said Toto bit her, and Dorothy Dorothy doesn't do anything to keep him under control. So she went to the sheriff and she got an order to bring the dog to the sheriff, and she's going to have him shot. They don't say that in the film. She's going to have him destroyed, she says.
Oof.
They should all be
worse.
destroyed.
And Aunt Em and Uncle Henry just kind of sat there and they were keeping their mouths shut, and Dorothy's losing her shit. And she's like, why aren't you helping me? And they're trying to be adults because Dorothy's hysterical and they can't do anything against the sheriff's order. So they're helpless.
She just took Toto, though.
To kill him.
Why doesn't the fucking sheriff come by? Why is he making her
the sheriff's
come...
like, you deal with it. You bring it to me. I'm not going to go out.
Yeah, the sheriff probably thinks she's a bitch, too.
I got enough like long drives to go on these Kansas back roads and just look for tornadoes. And
Nobody
do
wants
about it.
Nobody wants to deal with Elmira Gulch's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, her aunt almost stood up to her, but then she said she was Christian.
Yeah.
So she couldn't.
She's gonna call her the C word.
Oh, I would have loved to see a cut of that.
Yeah, it's on the extra features.
Oh, okay, great.
You would know this, Dan. Is there a porn parody of Wizard of Oz out there?
I bet there is.
Is there?
It's called Oz on HBO.
It's gay prison porn.
I mean, it was, Judy Garland's
Oh,
great.
look, there's like shackles in the
Change
tree.
the subject. I can't see her. I don't think I've ever seen the movie.
Can't escape Marvel.
Oh yeah, Professor Marvel. Fuck, Jesus. It's part of the cinematic.
It's everywhere.
TM trademark.
Let's just phase
Captain America's
phase
inside.
.001.
Oh, here he's the king of the
Like-
Emerald City, right?
Gypsy, the king of the Emerald City.
He's the Emerald King.
He's the wizard. He's the titular wizard.
Yeah, okay.
Of the Oz.
He's the guy that
in
they're
the
going to
title.
find, right? They're off to see him.
Correct.
All right.
Now, weird bit of trivia, allegedly, about this jacket. When they dressed him, the costumers, at some point during filming, they looked in. It was got at a secondhand store. Somebody looked inside, and it said L. Baum. And they were like, "You kidding, right?"
That's the name of the author.
Yeah,
Baum.
and
Oh,
his
shit.
wife, he was deceased at this time. She was a consultant, like they had her around, and just to be polite or whatever. She confirmed that
something to
was
do.
his jacket once,
That's creepy.
and they had picked it up elsewhere secondhand.
Wow, it was meant to be.
I think it's bullshit. I think it was a studio lie.
It's one of those like
They
tall
did
tales
stuff
they
like
tell.
that. Yeah,
like give the publicist something to tell, like the Variety magazine or whatever.
Yeah,
know, some
yeah.
kinda-
The one thing I just believed that you told me is a
Well, that's-
lie that you believe is a lie.
But
The
that's one
I
thing they
believed.
want you to believe.
Yeah, I
that
wanna
was
believe it, though.
used, That I think is shit.
I mean, if this is what did you say, phase .00?
.001 probably.
I mean,
of the Marvel
everything's
Cinematic
connected.
Universe. It's
They've been
all-
building
yeah.
it since then. Oh, a skull.
Yeah. That's gonna be seen in the
This is what the
Eternals
inside
this
of my
fall.
house looks like.
I've heard
Yes,
stories
I can
about
attest to
the inside
that.
of the
I've been to Daniel's house once.
you.
I still, it's an incredible experience.
It's like
I highly
Professor
recommend
Marvel's
it.
Gypsy Wagon.
I thought I should like pay admission just for like a tour, Just
Oh, if I knew that, I would.
Yeah.
I'll put a little box at the front door. I'll take coins
I don't remember any of this.
because you block it out. So yeah, your parents made you watch this as a child.
I think it was just like he's a kid. Of course, he's gonna love this movie. All kids love this movie, and I just didn't like it.
probably on TV a lot.
Well, I don't know about you
It
guys.
was on TV a lot. They taped that. My parents, we had a household where we didn't buy movies. They taped everything off of the television on VCR, and so it goes.
Can I just say, I'm so much older than you guys. When I was a child, it came on TV once a year, and if you missed it,
was like an
fuck
event,
you.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like It's a Wonderful Life.
But everybody the next day at school would be talking about it. So if you didn't see it, woe to you.
Everybody's around the water cooler.
Like there's the days where there's like we only have 3 channels, 3, 6, and 10, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I
And the
feel like
little
we're kind
dial.
of going back to that with like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon.
Yeah.
Or soon it's gonna be like Netflix,
Truth.
Warner Max, HBO Max, and Apple TV. I feel like
But-
we're going back to 3 channels, but still there's like a billion things on each channel.
Yeah, that's the only difference is there is so much content. I can't even imagine what the future's going to be like with the volumes of programs and TV shows and movies that are just being churned out nonstop by all of these and independent people now. And now that we all have digital access,
can
at
all make our
fingertips,
own. Yeah.
It's overwhelming. It's weird.
I mean, we're at the end of it anyway.
Yeah,
It's
I
only
think video
10,
games are
15
gonna kind of
years.
like take over soon, like for real, like because the kids are like playing
The Oculus stuff.
like playing Fortnite from the cradle.
Well, when the solar flare hits with the EMP, we're all gonna be back to the Flintstones anyway, Stone Age. So this will all
is
be
that
for
happening?
nothing.
Solar flare,
It's coming. That's what they say.
and then it'll just knock out electricity
The
forever.
Doomsdayers.
You don't think the nuclear
Say
missile
it.
will happen first? Or-
More likely that. Yes. Here it comes now. The missile's flying across the screen.
Oh, I see it. Oh, that's why it's so windy.
This is the tailwind.
You know what? I have a paralyzing fear of tornadoes, and I wonder if it's because of this movie.
Really?
Twister, I almost bit my entire fingernails.
Were you on the East Coast when Hurricane Sandy hit, like back in 2012?
Yeah.
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 Were you around, like...
I was in upstate New York.
You're upstate New York, okay.
So we got the residual, like, storm of it.
We didn't get a terrible in Lehigh Valley, but, like...
I heard in
like,
Jersey it was terrible.
Terrible, yeah. And they were, like... They got knocked... All the power was knocked down. Like, all, like, the gas stations weren't even open. So, like, the Wawa down the street from here, like, they were just, like, going, like, just miles down the block.
I gotta say, this is, like, one of my favorite movie effects of all time. That is an actual, literal 30-foot tornado that they built in the studio. It's no joke.
Daniel,
no, listen.
I'm not falling for it again.
I'm gonna explain it to you. It's a muslin sock. There's a round motor at the bottom, and there is a rail at the top. And like that's a rear projection. They filmed it in miniature. The house is miniature. Dorothy's in front of a projection.
Yeah.
But it's a 30-foot tornado funnel, and it's spinning, and they're blowing Fuller's Earth up from the bottom, and they're just sort of reeling that thing back and forth. And it was so impressive. They used footage of this in other movies.
They just sold it to other like disaster films.
There was actually
Twister?
one.
Get the Wizard of Oz Twister.
There's one from this period. I think it's Cabin in the Sky. There was a black musical. Like black people musical, and I think Hattie McDaniel's in it, and some other famous black performers of the day, and they used footage of this tornado.
I hate this. This is giving me such anxiety right now.
Really?
I don't like how they look. God. I mean, I'm very impressed that I didn't know that they did that, but this scares me.
Again,
I've had nightmares of being killed by a tornado.
It literally looks like God just like reaching down from the heavens, just
finger of God, man.
Exactly.
We got to cover Twister.
That's what they call it. Little cow flies by.
I love that movie.
I forgot to say too, when they did this in 3D and they released it in the theaters, and
it was meant to be seen.
I was in stitches because they actually hired somebody.
You just had surgery?
I thought something was wrong. No, they hired somebody to plus the front of the screen, the foreground, because it wasn't made in 3D. And I'm watching the farm set, and this chicken's head pops up, and it's like looking around. That was my reaction, and I'm like, "Are you shitting me? Wait, I don't remember that." And there's this chicken looks confused and lost.
I hate 3D so much. It's like when I saw Captain America in 3D. There's the one scene where
First Avenger.
Yeah, sorry, First Avenger, where he throws his shield at that's the only time it happens, and I like when they just like forcefully put that stuff in there.
Trivia note also, you can't tell because it's black and white. Those are poppies on her wallpaper, which is foreshadowing for later in the film.
Oh, interesting.
Love
there's that
foreshadow.
Chicken. So she's thinking, okay, so she's in the tornado now.
Also, production notes. They describes these characters going by the thing. One of the things in the list, shit you not, Negro baby in a tub.
Oh my God.
You.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Yikes.
Wizard of Oz
Tugging
is
my
canceled.
collar, sweating profusely.
Yeah. Negro baby.
Say it one more time.
Negro baby.
Okay, there we go.
In a tub.
Rule of 3.
Well, it's been a good podcast, folks.
It's been good. It's
We are not
This is our
kidding.
13th
Hey, you know
episode.
what? We're watching a movie from 1939. This stuff is coming up.
It was of its day. Miss Gulch.
So before we get into Oz, can I just tell you briefly, like, my
Hey,
personal...
You better hurry.
You better hurry because we're almost at Oz.
Yeah.
Hurry, come on.
So I was in kindergarten. I went to the Salvation Army in Philadelphia, this kindergarten program, and my teacher, Mr. Andy, had us do a performance of Wizard of Oz, which basically meant he taped the movie from television and he edited out all the boring parts and basically just had this like kind of mixtape of like all the like the major set pieces and songs, and then we as a class of like 5-year-olds danced around and just kind of like
You better faster.
It didn't actually like like mimic,
Gravity's a
we
bitch.
just kind of like mime the lines, kind of half-assed did the scenes.
Time's
and,
up.
And I played the
And
flying
we're in
monkey.
Oz, shut up.
I played a flying monkey.
No, we're in Oz. That's it.
Flying monkey, Justin.
Damn.
No, they made you.
I had the wings and everything.
You were a flying monkey?
I was a flying monkey. Yeah.
Did they lift you on wires?
No, I just kind of had these like I wore like this blue T-shirt and had some like pink wings, and then
always
just
wanted
kind of
to
like
fly on
just
stage.
kind of like just awkwardly went up to like the Dorothy girl and just like, hey, come with me.
Come with me. That's not really how it goes. They kind of kidnap.
Well, I didn't even know like how to kidnap anybody at that age. I was still a kid.
Oh, we're in Oz. Look what taste the rainbow, bitches.
We're tasting the
God.
rainbow.
Look at that.
Daniel's just delivered us some
Some
size
themed
Skittles.
themed candy.
I like that they're share size, but we all got one.
Themed movie candy. I didn't know.
We're gonna hate
Wait,
us
wait.
eating on this
Oh,
thing.
this would be great. I can't
No,
wait.
you've got to. It's over the rainbow.
You guys want some bowls?
This is
Yeah,
very great.
a bowl would
Thank
be
you.
I'll get
nice.
you some bowls.
So should I throw these black and white M&Ms away now?
Yes, please.
Oh, I'll keep them for the end of the movie.
They're inappropriate Technically, you should have bought the sepia M&Ms.
I'm gonna do the AS.
They have more like a mocha flavor.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Like espresso. I'm gonna do a little ASMR right now.
Oh, that is gonna be horrible. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I better not do that.
Oh, thank you. It's a loud rainbow.
The Skittles break here. Just watch the movie while we do this.
Right, and here's one of those ginormous backdrops. That's all that outer part is all painted.
Can't wait to edit this. But I'm not going to be able to because it has to be one solid piece. It's
Yeah.
going to be a fucking nightmare.
No.
Should got some Starburst instead, maybe.
No, this is great. I love this. I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
They originally had blue dye in the water because they wanted the water to be cartoonishly blue. And then they had little white ducks swimming in it. And they came out blue. And they're like, oh, shit, that didn't work. So
Okay.
they drained
So
the water,
far-
got rid of the ducks.
2 lions were murdered for a
Yep.
costume.
No, died of natural causes.
Toto was stepped on.
I'm doing quotation marks.
And now we got blue ducks.
Isn't there like
That's
some
3.
like Snopes.com urban legend, like some munchkin hung himself in the background
It's
in
a
one
lie.
shot?
I'll show you when we get there.
Yeah, please. I love to.
I've seen that footage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the movie.
It's a bird. It clear as day. It's a bird.
Right.
I don't know why the hell
Let's
anybody
talk
said
about
it.
it.
All right, so we got a big pink bubble. Oh my God, it's the witch.
It's Billy Burke.
Killer.
Billy Burke, who was married to Florence Ziegfeld.
Now we're not. I know we're not in Kansas. Women in Kansas don't wear dresses.
I love how she says, "Are you a good witch or a bad witch?" And then she goes, "Only bad witches are ugly." And she's like, "Bitch, you just asked if I was a witch."
Dorothy's kind of dumb.
She's a kid,
How old is she supposed to be?
supposed to be 12 in this movie.
12.
In the book, I think she's like 7,
How old is Judy when she filmed this?
16.
Okay.
So she's still a minor.
Well, yeah. Gotta love those shoes. There's an emo under there.
Yeah, a little goth chick.
Yeah, witches are old and ugly.
Just stereotype.
That's 1939. Now witches are thriving. Everything's witchy now. I have some friends who are in a coven.
Tell us about it.
Well, they call themselves a coven. I didn't know this
Do
until
they wear
all,
red shoes?
No, they all wear dress in black. And sometimes
Maybe they wear red
I
shoes
think
under
there's
the
a full
skirts.
moon. They all have drinks. I don't know. They're some of my best friends. But I think I'm in the coven now, which I'm pretty excited about because I didn't think that was a thing I could have as a white male who's straight. But apparently, it's 2020.
Yeah, 2020. That things are changing for covens.
That's definitely a child.
No, these are good. Nope. Which one?
I don't know. The first one that came out?
I doubt it. I think they would have been more careful about that.
Oh, maybe they must have a lot of makeup on him then, huh?
Oh, they do.
I love that yellow flower. I want to take like a shower underneath that thing.
Oh, the one on the shoe?
It is.
Yeah.
That's the Munchkin shower. They don't have
shower.
indoor plumbing.
Okay.
So they have to come out
They
there.
shower
once
publicly
a
in front of
day.
everybody.
Yeah, they don't have genitals. Because they're fairy tale characters.
Right.
They're built like Barbie dolls.
So how do they like?
That one's Popeye.
I'll show you. You want to know how they're born? I'll show you how they're born.
I want to know how they eliminate waste, and I want to know how do they sexually.
They don't make waste
They don't make waste
because they don't eat food. Do you see
What-
food anywhere
what do
here?
they do all day? They don't eat food.
They sing songs about dead people.
Half of like social gatherings
About dead
revolve around
people?
food.
Oh, someone just died, so they all came out.
They live for death.
They live for death.
It makes them stronger.
Do they have a shorter lifespan?
Yeah, it's like their stature. Yeah,
Yeah, Jaya, come on. Make a joke
it's
like
more
that.
sensitivity. Jesus Christ, you're a monster.
Thumbing for a hitch.
You have no idea.
There's a girl. There's a child right there in the blue.
Oh, I see her.
Just skipped off. She's a child.
Okay, I see the heavy makeup on him now.
Oh yeah.
And the last time I saw this was on VHS.
This is the glory of HD, 4K, heavy makeup.
Did you you ever hear about that movie that came out like 4 years ago where it was so HD that it scared people? Like it looked horrible.
Yeah, I did hear something like that.
It was about some veteran who had to speak at a football game.
Oh, Billy Lynn's halftime walk.
Yeah.
Well, I think they messed with the frame rate. They made
I
it
was
like
gonna
a very
say,
high frame rate that
made people sick. or
apparently
something.
just like if you see those like higher frame rates, like sometimes like they have like the setting on the TV that turns on the motion smoothing, like that's a higher frame rate, and it makes it feel like it's like a cheap daytime soap opera. And it makes the sets look fake, like the makeup look not real.
Yeah, I heard the makeup. It was like you could tell it was just.
Yeah, I unfortunately missed it in theaters when they were showing it in that frame rate, so I can't attest to how it looked. But Ang Lee, the director, he's been experimenting. He did that with Gemini Man too, apparently, but only like 4 theaters in the country showed it in the frame rate he preferred. So like, so no one's really seen it.
Like 50 people saw it.
Yeah.
Then. 'Cause I don't think anybody saw Gemini Man.
Coastal elites.
Where? Oh, it's very close to Sig Heiling. Very close.
Oof.
I don't like that.
Well, they're adjacent to Germany.
But wait, in Munchkinland Oz is adjacent to Germany?
Yeah, it's Eastern Europe.
Is it?
Oh, so Oz is like an actual physical place on Earth?
Oh yeah.
Like there's coordinates.
Oh, there's GPS. Yeah.
Yeah. Where is so it's around Germany.
So they filmed this on location in Oz?
They did some.
Good for them. They got good tax credits, I'm sure.
I can't fucking tell anymore what's real and what's not real. Oh, it's the mayor.
There's some kind of trivia about his clock. I don't remember what it is.
How did he get
I should have
elected?
made something up, but
Did he just like claim power or Munchkinland?
he did. No, he killed his 2 opponents in a wrestling match. He chokehold and blacked them out.
No, I actually heard about the clock thing. It's set at the exact time that FDR was born.
That's right. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Because he's supposed to be
5 a.m.?
He's supposed to be FDR. Yeah, 5 a.m.
Or 5 p.m.?
Maybe
the
5 p.m.
Munchkins are an allegory.
Most babies are born early in the morning.
Yeah. I was born early in the morning.
He was little Oscar. He's the Oscar Mayer midget.
Little person.
That was before we were born. He was like their spokesperson. He actually drove around like in the Wienermobile and was dressed as a little chef.
I've seen a Wienermobile once. It was in Toronto.
Me too. I got to take pictures with it. It was
that's
at the
nice.
Giant in Sourton. I was so excited.
I like that his whole job is to come out with the certificate of death. Who do you think that has that now? The certificate of death. I mean, all this stuff seems to. I mean, you recently came into contact with some real set pieces, but
See, here's how they're born. They come out of eggs.
oh, they're hatched,
Yeah,
so
they
they're
hatch
not
out of eggs.
mammals. Oh no, they are mammals.
No, they're not mammals.
Wait, man. Oh yeah.
I
Okay,
think
so
they're
eggs,
avian. They must have cloacas. There's no genitals, but they have cloacas.
Yeah, well, that's still genitals, right?
But not visible. They're internal. So
Yeah.
the cloaca is
Well, I
a
mean-
sphincter
Yeah, I mean,
where they lay their eggs.
I have genitals, but they're not visible right now. You know what I mean? They're wearing clothes.
Do you have a cloaca?
I bet they have big dongs. I'm just gonna go there.
But they're on the inside.
Like they're inverted dongs. Mm-hmm. I'm getting like Babes in Toyland flashbacks right now. What is this? What are these 3?
This is the Lullaby League.
The middle one's definitely a child.
No, she's actually not.
Oh my god.
On the left.
She is.
Left's a child.
I was gonna say what her name was. I forget now. Nardoni.
Rest of this movie. That's a child. Nope. That's a 43-year-old woman. That's a child. Nope.
They are young people. Like some of them are definitely in their 20s and whatever. But I love this one here. My friend always called her Hazel Rismondo. She's like
Wait.
the tallest one with the pointy maroon hat.
This is the Lollipop Guild, right?
Yes. And the guy in the middle is Jerry Marin. Oh, the guy on the right. I don't know. Do you know the movie Freaks? Todd Browning's Freaks.
Yeah.
That's the short guy from
That's the
Freaks.
freak.
Yeah.
Freaks
The
or
freak
freaks?
over there.
The one that the money grubber wanted to
freak?
marry him, and take his money.
Hey, the titular freak.
So the Lollipop Guild. So they just guard that lollipop they gave her, or
See
they
Hazel,
grow
she's waving her
lollipops?
hand. She's taller than all the rest of them. Yeah, they guard all the lollipops.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I'm asking
They're
sincerely.
in a
Daniel.
vault.
Is that their biggest export, lollipops?
Well, they don't eat them.
No, yeah,
Maybe
they don't
they
eat
eat
food.
lollipops.
They don't eat food. We established that.
How do you know that? Because they don't eat it in the movie?
Because they don't make
that's
waste.
canon?
They have no toilet.
So far, your reasoning is their dicks aren't hanging out, so therefore they must not have any. You don't see them eat any food, therefore they must not eat. So the only thing so far that checks out is the eggs, Daniel.
They just wake up, dance around.
Oh my god,
and do
wait,
nothing.
there's a witch.
This is the best. I live for this.
I love that green.
That's a shitty broom.
It's a copper. What?
Look at it. It's not going to clean anything. It's so long.
It's not very
It's
practical.
her car. She
Fucking
flies
go
on
to
it.
Target.
It's not for cleaning.
Get a Swiffer's cleaner.
You know what? That's like a 92 Plymouth Acclaim. Like, get a new car. Come on. I mean, I know you're trying to avoid a car payment.
Well, her style is very medieval.
This is going back to the Harry Potter rules of brooms, where like the worse the worse it looks, the worse it drives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, she gets around on
Yeah,
that
you one of those
thing.
Nimbus 3000s.
She lives on the far side of Oz, and she's just like, boom. Her sister's dead 5 minutes ago, and she's here. That's supersonic. I mean, she's making booms across Oz.
So there's 2 evil ones and 2 good ones, right?
In this movie, there's only one good one. In the book, there are 2 good.
There's 4 though total, right?
There's
there's north,
south, east, and west. Glinda is now a conglomeration of the north and the south. In the book, the Witch of the North greets her in Munchkinland. She doesn't meet Glinda till the end of the story.
Okay. Did you see that that one that came out a few years ago? It was like a prequel with James Franco.
Yeah, I hate that thing.
You hated it? It just showed I remember it showed the origin of how she became the
fucking
witch.
awful.
Yeah.
No.
What about the musical?
Wicked?
Wicked.
I like Wicked.
You fan of Wicked?
I do. I like it separate from this, and I don't really think of it.
And that's a prequel to Wizard of Oz. Is that right?
I thought it was just
it's a prequel.
Like it takes place during the timeline.
Well, it
It's a
explains
prequel,
her-
and then
it's her
Dorothy does
perspective, right?
end up in the story towards
Okay.
the end. Like the last third, Dorothy is in Oz,
Gotcha.
but she's rare. She's not really part of the story.
Right.
But Wicked,
not her
It's all
story.
about the witch.
okay, but it's from the perspective of the witch.
Oh, yeah.
It makes her a sympathetic character.
It's actually about the witch and Glinda. I shouldn't be eating. I'm sorry. These are good. And I hate.
I'm
using
doing
Skittles.
it too. Try not to chew. As long as you don't chew directly into the
book
mic, we'll be okay.
The book kind of screws up because there's this really interesting dynamic of Glinda and the witch where the author made them reluctant college roommates. They were sort of forced together, and it was really kind of cool. And then about a third of the way in the book, the witch goes off and does her own thing. She's a rebel, and Glinda goes off and does her own thing. And I really wish they had explored that friendship deeper. The musical play does that. He keeps them in touch with each other, so you have that constant contrast, between the two of them. Whereas the author of the books just separated them, and I thought that was one of the most interesting aspects of the book.
Or them being together.
Yeah.
It's like season 4 Arrested Development, am I right?
Ugh.
Every time I say that, you cringe.
I mean, I like parts. I like some parts of Arrested Development season 4. Like it just.
No,
I'm a sucker for a good let's do some short stories with these characters.
Yeah,
and it did kind of come together in the end. Like they did what they could. But then season 5 was just atrocious. So,
was it? See, I was gonna try. I heard season 5 was better.
Finish it.
I found 4 unwatchable. I tried.
I can't believe I
never
went from
finished
a
4.
super fan to there's at least 10 episodes I just have not watched and I probably never will watch. It just became a parody of itself and unwatchable. So
Glenda just left and was
Right.
just like, "Hey, fuck y'all. Good luck."
Yeah, good luck with that. Here's some magic shoes. By the way, that green lady wants to murder you. Have fun.
So wait, wasn't she one of the ones who can't she just kill the green lady?
You would think. Well,
That'd
no,
be
because
too
they're both
easy.
magical.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, why don't they just give the rings of Sauron and
Right.
the rings to the Eagles and just have them fly in Mount Doom and there wouldn't be a movie then, or a book,
it would be
or an
movie,
Amazon
it'd be a
original
different one.
series.
I watched an Amazon original movie last night.
Which one?
The Report.
I heard okay things.
It was good. It's a hell of a cast.
Yeah,
gotta say.
hell yeah.
That's quite a review. I
Can't
heard
beat a good
okay
cast.
things.
Good cast.
Adam Driver, one of the greatest actors of our generation.
heard it was tolerable.
It was good. They're off to see the wizard. He's a whiz of a whiz. If there ever a whiz, there was.
If ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz because
These are really tough lyrics.
the wonderful things he does.
All right. So
and yet
she's-
nobody knows
It's another
exactly
nice
what
matte
he does.
painting.
So that's not a matte painting. That's real. Right?
That's a matte.
No, a little bit of that is the wall. She's going to walk into the wall. You can see where it goes up.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest is a matte painting.
Kind of looks like a Super Mario 2 or 3 level.
It does.
You know, the little the land things you jump on, and it's like,
Oh,
like
yeah.
mushrooms, but
Yeah.
it's green.
Bling, bling. I would hate to plow those fields.
Oh my god, somebody's doing a
Clearly.
bang up job of it though.
The Munchkins, they don't eat food. They don't.
They're
reproduce,
farmers.
so they're just farmers.
They farm.
They cut lawns.
And cut lawns.
Yeah.
They don't eat the food that they farm, but that's where they get their revenue. And they build animatronic people to
Wait a minute.
populate their cornfields.
That's Scarecrow's talking. What's going on here? Oh my god, Scarecrow's alive.
Didn't see that coming.
Mm-hmm.
I should have noted also when she first comes into this scene, it's the only time you see her in full body, where she looks down and actually looks at the shoes on her feet. Like, and she's sort of like admiring them. Like the rest of it, they're just there, and she talks about them and whatever. But you actually see her look at them.
Oh wait, so it's the only time she's actually wearing the shoes?
No, there are times where she is not wearing those shoes.
Ooh, you got to point those out.
I will do that. There's very one specific scene.
Who's this guy playing Scarecrow?
This is Ray Bolger. He was they were all vaudeville actors, the three main fellows.
Okay.
And Ray Bolger was originally cast to be the Tin Man, and they had Buddy Ebsen cast as the Scarecrow, who was also a prolific dancer of the time period. But Ray Bolger was very upset. He had a very deep, heartfelt connection to the character, the Scarecrow, and he campaigned really, really hard in the studio and to the producers, like, please, 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 please. And they were like, oh, fucking fine, crybaby, be the goddamn Scarecrow.
Yeah, fuck you, do it fine. Jeez.
So then they moved Buddy Ebsen later to become Jed Clampett to the role of Tin Man.
Jed Clampett?
Jed Clampett.
From
and
Marcus
Welby. Marcus Welby? I think he was.
Jaya is shaking his head.
I know
making
nothing.
A frowny face.
I'm a total fraud, total hack. Know nothing about film history, television.
No.
But I'll tell you every Sopranos episode.
There is a cut scene with Ray Bolger, who got this phenomenal, great big dance number in character. And it's one of the only surviving cut scenes to exist on film that you do get to see in special features.
One of the ones that didn't burst into flames.
Yeah.
Do we miss the urban legend?
Not yet.
No,
Okay.
that's when they're all together and they're going through
They're all
the
together.
woods.
No,
right?
it's at the Tin Man's cottage.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
So it's pre-Lion.
Pre-lion. So Scarecrow's scared. That's his thing, right?
No, he's brainless.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Cowardly Lion's scared.
They're all looking
Correct.
for an organ.
It's in the name.
Yeah,
Cowardly
they're
Lion.
looking for an
Yeah.
You would be the
Well,
you should be the
scarecrows
Cowardly
should be in the
Lion.
word. I maybe I'm the
The
Cowardly
Scarecrow
Lion.
is made to scare crows. He's supposed to be scary.
Yeah. Okay,
Not
but
be
he's
scared.
he's not scared himself. He's just a dumbass.
He says it, but he actually isn't. When you watch the film, he's the one that comes up with ideas.
Sounds like bad writing to me.
And the no, I think it's meant to be ironic because at the end, the moral of the story basically is the wizard gives them like jerk off tokens.
Yeah, he jerks off on
and
them, I
he's
remember
he
that.
jerks off on him. It's a whole like orgy thing, like
Yeah,
a
it's
bukkake
weird.
scene.
Yeah.
That's cut, but that footage didn't survive. But
Is that when Toto got stepped on? Was during the orgy?
it is, yeah. It was just it was a huge
frenzy,
mess
yeah.
in the Emerald City.
You know,
Hey,
you
in the Emerald City
take your
shower
glasses
scene.
off in intimate moments like that. You just can't see where you're going.
The
Yeah.
prison guards came out and they got involved and put glass in the spaghetti.
Oh, okay. The Italians love their spaghetti.
But what it is like they really had their traits all along. They don't need to be gifted anything. They really do have them.
Yeah, it was in your heart all along.
Yeah, that kind of garbage.
Yeah.
Which is also the same for Dorothy, who just wants to go home. Home is in her heart,
Home's where the
wherever
heart
she
is.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for when you're in a magical land and all of your family's gone.
Or if you're in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and Kali Ma takes your heart and puts it in a jar, and it goes somewhere else that your body isn't.
Yeah.
So, Daniel, we know this whole movie is just a dream. Are there
Spoiler
any-
alert. Fucking Jesus Christ, Jaya.
Jaya.
I'm just wondering if are there any moments before that reveal that kind of give that fact away, like in the text of the film.
She got hit in the head.
Right, but I'm saying her whole adventure in Oz. Are there any hints that, like, after you see like Fight Club once, like, okay, now I know that.
Fucking spoiler
God,
alert.
Jaya.
Okay,
Jesus
Christ. I'm saying once the twist is revealed in a lot of movies, you watch it the second time, and you kind of see like, oh,
Like once you know that Bruce Willis is dead.
They
in
were
The
giving
Sixth
some
Sense.
hints.
What?
Yeah, I'm just
Fucking
saying, are
spoiler
there
alert.
any hints in Wizard of Oz that kind of point towards like, hey, this is all just a dream?
I don't think so. She insists it's real.
Okay.
Judy Garland to this day still insists it was a real experience she had.
She does. Just last week, she was saying that this really happened.
Yeah, follow her on Twitter.
Yeah. She tweets with a Ouija board.
That's why she only tweets once a year.
It takes so long.
Takes a long time.
And now you got like 260 characters.
Now they actually, you'll start to see all these birds. They imported all these weird exotic birds.
There's a
They're
peacock I
all
see,
over the-
right?
There's the witch taking a pee
How are they nuts?
Oh, okay.
because there's no toilets in Oz. She's like, Christ, can't I just have a in alone?
Well, I mean, if you're going to pee, go a little further off the Yellow Brick Road.
Well, there was nobody there. These fuckers had to come skipping up like they own the place.
All right. Come
That
on.
probably scared you as a kid too, I assume, right? The creepy tree.
Yeah, a little bit. Probably not as much.
Love a good tree
Okay,
goon.
the scarecrow comes up with an idea. Boink. First example, he's smart. I'll show you how to get apples. Now,
I'll show you how to get apples.
How do you get these apples? How do you like them apples? Hey, how do you like them apples?
he whips his straw penis out and waves it at the tree.
He is doing it. Wow.
Okay. Now the tree starts throwing apples, and Dorothy runs. Watch her feet. Watch her feet.
I'm looking at her feet.
Keep your eyes.
Can't
I
see
don't
her
see
feet
feet
yet.
yet. Can't see
They're
it.
coming.
All right.
No shoes.
Shit.
No red shoes.
Black
No red
shoes.
shoes.
Cheating.
Continuity error.
There are lots of publicity, not publicity shots, behind the scenes shots. When she's walking around on set, she has little black flats on.
Those are just like more comfortable and like
Yeah.
they just assume like
She also
you wouldn't
had
be seeing them.
fur
so-
boots too. Yeah.
Right.
This movie has more continuity errors than The Departed.
And when they first filmed this
Who edited
scene,
this? Thelma Shoemaker.
Why don't you give me 2 apples and put a gun in my head? In my mouth. Whatever the hell
We
it was.
done here.
We done here.
it took them several days to realize after they shot this entire sequence that they forgot to make the Tin Man rusty. And they had to go back and reshoot all of this.
God.
Just like add some dirt brown on them and around like all the ridges.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, the Tin Man was originally Scarecrow?
This isn't even actually either of them. This is Jack Haley. Buddy Ebsen, when he became Tin Man, they put his makeup on. It's an aluminum powder. And they put a cream on his face. And then they dusted him with aluminum powder, which is very dangerous.
Yeah.
And he inhaled it. And
Oh,
it
shit.
blocked up the...
His lungs?
his lungs. And he ended up in the hospital. And
my
he
God.
could have died.
Wow.
And the producers thought he was they accused him of malingering. That's the word that he used. And they thought that he wanted more money. And the nurse picked up the phone and chewed up the producers and said he cannot come back to work. He is like on his deathbed, and you'll be lucky if he doesn't sue you.
Yeah.
So in a pinch, they ran out, and then they grabbed Jack Haley to take on the role.
So Jack Haley, so it was Buddy Ebsen that was supposed to be Scarecrow first, and then they made him switch to Tin Man.
Correct.
Okay. I was going to say, it would have been funny if he like was going to be Scarecrow, and then they make him be the Tin Man, and then they have to shoot all the scenes over and over again.
Yeah.
Just like fucking cursed.
I would have rather had to shoot my scene again than end up almost dead in a hospital.
I like to just shoot my... I'd rather be dead.
So when Jack Haley got the part, they decided, let's mix the powder into a cream and just put cream on his face instead
smart.
of brush dust on his face. And another little bit of trivia, the soundtrack had been recorded at this point. When they skip off down the Yellow Brick Road and you listen to the three of them singing, it's Buddy Ebsen's voice.
So he still got royalties from this then?
I don't think he did, no.
Oh.
They just had that take like this sounds good. Let's just leave this. And
I think
just leave this in. Just
Yeah.
leave it in here.
nobody's going to notice.
Look, I want to get home. You know, I gotta.
There's no time
Nobody's
to
gonna
do
see
this.
this. Fucking
I wanna-
garbage.
Go home and catch Amos and Andy.
Amos and Andy. Is that not even on at this point?
I don't know. In the 30s, 40s.
Well, there's a
I'm gonna go
Negro.
home and-
It was the Negro baby in the tub was the love child of Amos
Number
and
4.
Andy.
If you're following along at home, take a shot now.
Every time we say Negro baby
It's another in a tub.
in a tub.
This will be the title of this episode.
We gotta do the drunk episode one of these days.
Pretty
talked
soon.
about this,
I'm gonna
yeah.
need
Oh my
it pretty
God.
soon.
Yeah.
It's fucking dead of winter.
Please call this Negro baby in a tub.
Oh, I will not ever. That's 5 or 6. I've lost count already.
I'm wasted.
I want to do the drunk episode. I want to do the on mushrooms episode, and I want to do the LSD episode.
That's mushrooms.
We gotta figure out a way where I'm still competent to like save the episode and not eat my computer or whatever the hell's gonna happen.
Oh, well, you have to do.
We get an intern. For
You have to
that.
have me back for Alice in Wonderland, and we'll do drugs
Okay.
because that
Okay.
was all
Let's do
psychedelic.
drugs.
Let's do drugs.
Let's do drugs.
All right, I'll be on drugs for the Alice in Wonderland episode.
Can you get us LSD?
I'm not doing
You don't
LSD.
the answer on mic.
I'll be on another drug.
I think mushrooms can be gotten.
Hit me up after this.
Yes. No, let's talk about it right now. I want names.
Yeah, listeners, I am seeking the
Yeah, we're
psilocybin
thinking
mushrooms.
Jai and I have been talking about we're going to do an episode where we're drunk. We haven't decided what we're going to be watching yet. And now apparently it's going to be a drug episode.
Apparently.
Oh, let's watch. Oh, what's that? What's that horrible Rosie O'Donnell, Richard Dreyfuss movie? When they go to like the S&M place and wear like leather outfits.
She-Devil?
No.
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Oh God, what's his face?
Harry the Spy?
Emilio Estevez and Richard Dreyfuss are like a cop team, and they're trying to get they team up with Rosie O'Donnell, and they're trying to get Shit, what's her name? There's an actress I love. She has one of those smoky whiskey voices. She was in Casper, the bad lady in Casper.
No idea. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the Tin Man's dance here. How'd they make the smoke shoot out of? Is that powder that shoots out of his head?
It is just powder.
He did it with his armpit. Is there like a remote control thing?
No, he's doing a Michael Jackson thing.
Or how the hell did he do this?
Yeah, is he like glued to the ground?
No, there's hooks in the floor, and you slide your shoe under the hook.
Okay. Is that how Michael Jackson did it?
Yes, it is.
He's got good core strength.
So Tin Man, his whole thing is that he's tin,
And
right?
he just pulled his heels out. You can see the little things just kind of down there.
His butt seems to be made out of aluminum foil.
I think he's wearing a diaper.
That makes sense. I would have to just... you're not getting
Aluminum
me out of that thing once you get me
depends.
into it.
Yeah, you can't get in and out of that thing. You just got to go where you are. That's chocolate syrup, supposedly, but...
It always looked like chocolate syrup.
I don't know. It's really runny. That doesn't look like chocolate syrup to me.
Must
the
the chocolate
30s.
syrup.
It's not the chocolate syrup we have today.
Or they put chocolate syrup in water. Why not just use cooking oil?
Oh, the dumb fucking look on Scarecrow's face. What a dipshit.
Fuck you,
He's
Scarecrow.
in character.
I fucking hate
He's
Scarecrow.
in character.
Hope he dies.
That's my favorite. I love her. I didn't get to tell you how she was almost killed.
By falling?
Get into it.
When she was in Munchkinland and she leaves.
Wait. I'll stuff a mattress with you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because he's made out of straw.
Made out of straw.
Dorm.
Because
He's a dead hooker, and she's going to take him to a motel and put him in the mattress.
Well, that effect. That was pretty cool. That's dangerous.
Yes?
Is that really there?
Yeah, it's gas lines in the ground.
That's a good idea. Yeah. A man covered in straw. Let's put a gas line in the ground.
So when she leaves Munchkinland, she leaves in red smoke and flames, and they rehearsed it all day, and then they did a take, and she's on a little platform. She literally drops through the floor. It just falls out beneath her.
That's one of the first like movie magic secrets I ever heard about, like in some documentary.
And it went. The rehearsals were fine. The first shot was fine, and the director was like in a shitty mood. He goes, "I want to do one more for insurance."
One more.
And they did one more.
Got the good insurance.
And she drops through the platform, and when she got to the bottom, everybody started grabbing her and beating her and ripping her costume off. She was on fire.
Oh.
The platform dropped too slowly, and the flames caught her outfit. And she ended up with like 3rd-degree burns, and she was in the hospital and off set for like 6 weeks.
Is that thing coming up?
What's wrong?
The hanging.
It's coming up.
It's
yeah.
coming up.
Yeah.
I know we're close.
I
don't want to miss it.
Too. I want to show you a backwards mistake. There's when they look up at the sky and the witch is flying away.
I see some birds back there.
Yeah. See that big crane in the middle?
Yeah.
He stands up and arches his head. And apparently on television, people thought that was a little tiny hanging body.
Is it happening yet?
Yeah, you're missing it.
I'm looking. Oh, I see it.
It's a bird. I don't know why people would think they say because on television sets. And,
Okay, we just had
and also
bad TVs back then.
and a lot of people still had black and white TVs.
Yeah. And then back then you could say like I heard this, and like no one could really fact check you that easily without going to like the library or something.
No,
It wasn't a Snopes.
there was no VHS version either. Mm-hmm. I can't not eat these. I'm sorry.
I know.
brought
Well,
them.
they're right in front of me. I'm eating them too. It's not that bad. I mean, we'll see how it sounds. Sorry if you're listening and this is bothering you. You probably already turned it off by now.
But there was when the witch was on top of the cabin and she flies away. You have a shot of the 3 of them and they're looking up, watching her fly away. This shot is reversed, and you can tell because of the handle on the Tin Man's funnel.
oh,
What had happened was when the scene was over and they filmed it, I guess they were looking up at the top of the cabin. And then the editors were like, no, the witch flew away. They have to all look the other direction.
It's like a miracle we have any good movies. Like so many things have to go right just to make like a decent movie.
Because nerds like
Yeah.
us find this kind of stuff.
well, then you got stuff
No,
that
just
goes.
like even just like from the script phase to like the cast you get and just things that happen on the set. Like so many things have to go right just to like make something decent.
this is pretty horrifying too. I think this scared me a lot. Yeah, I'm having not now, but when he first jumps out and it's supposed to be a lion, but it's also a man, and he jumps really high, that scared the shit out of me.
If you had seen the shit I watched as a child, you would have been like in a nut house.
I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street a couple years after I saw this.
I saw
movie.
Night of the Living Dead like as a young
movie.
child.
It's a good movie.
No, I had nightmares for the rest of my life.
He's scary. I don't care. His tail's moving. He's weird.
It's 2 dead lions. He's wearing
don't like
lion
it.
corpses.
Ugh. Why, Yoda? My dad used to do an impression of him.
Burt Lahr.
Yeah. I think my dad really liked this movie. Laughs. Come on, get up and fight, you shivering junkyard. He doesn't seem so cowardly to me. Why do they call him the Cowardly Lion? Look, he's going to beat the shit out of everybody. I love this guy.
He's got some great insults in the chamber right there.
He's pretending.
He's been thinking up shit. He's been watching him from afar.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm going to...
Wait till that Tin Man comes my way. I'm gonna have some words.
The next 10 person
heavily
that comes
workshop
down
words.
this road.
Oh, he's going to get her. Which farmhand is he? Is he the guy who lifts her out of the pigs?
Yes.
Okay.
Now watch her face when he's delivering his lines. She's stifling laughter really hard. She couldn't get through this scene without actually laughing several times. And the director finally walked up to her and slapped her really hard across the face and said, "Now do it right."
Oof.
Oh,
And then it was like,
David Fincher, Stanley Kubrick there.
and then he did it like because he didn't know what else to do, and just to like get her into the moment. And he apparently felt really bad about having done it and was very vocal about that. And he went and apologized to her very profusely afterwards. And he said, "I want you to slap me." And she said, "I won't slap you, but I'll kiss you." And she leaned up and she kissed him on the cheek. And everybody applauded.
My God.
They're like, what a fucking monster.
And they were married happily for 50 years.
And yeah.
Ugh.
And then she went to her trailer and did amphetamines and sleeping pills. And,
Ooh.
Wait, really?
yeah.
We got to do
Was she doing that on
What the
set?
hell's on her elbow? Her elbow's filthy. She got this big blue streak down her elbow.
Oh, it's probably the paint from the Tin Man.
Oh, yeah. No, seriously. You're right. I never noticed that before.
Oh, man, this guy was like my champ like 5 minutes ago. Now the Cowardly Lion's just some kind of
Now
fucking
he's-
liberal snowflake.
No, he's a pussy. He's an actual pussy. The embodiment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it.
Feline pussy.
Yeah.
Cowardly Lion, learn how to code.
Learn how to code.
I don't know.
Is that a new thing?
It's just like, you're like, oh yeah, well, you fucking complaining. Just learn how to code.
I mean, people have been telling me
Yeah.
like to learn how to code very
Yeah.
aggressively for the past 2 years. It was like, no, I don't care.
I tried for like a month a couple years ago because I was like looking for maybe a career change. It was terrible. I was like, I don't want to live in this world.
I think it's yeah.
This is just being on my computer even more than I am already.
No, that's what it was like. That was like 2 years ago. They had
Yeah.
those code camps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing. That
I
was the new
tried
thing
like
to
just
do.
like doing some exercise on those. I was like, like sign up for these
Like
big
Python and
programs.
stuff?
Yeah, like learn a language and like, what do I do with this then? I'm just typing.
No, because well, then you know what you're doing all day
Yeah.
is just fucking typing nonstop for
Yeah.
8 hours, and it's
Yeah.
like, why do you
It's
want to do that?
useful for nothing outside of that job, I suppose.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. It's literally just, and also like they're trying to get so. That's why you're hearing that is like code. Learn how to code. You got to learn how to code. Get with it because you're going to get left behind. Is because there's a shortage of coders and they want there to be more coders so they can pay them less. That's the whole thing.
I'd rather get into construction than get into coding.
Yeah,
I
something
mean,
with your hand.
obviously,
Yeah,
something just
there's not going to be computers in 15 years.
right. Yeah, we're gonna get that solar flare.
Yeah, the
Just
solar
gonna knock everything
flare.
out.
Tidal wave's going to wipe us out.
Yeah. Or we'll just get bored of the internet. Like one day, we're like, I've had enough. Let's just turn it off.
Some new version. Brain chips. We'll have brain chips. That looks like a hair coming out of her nose. That's set shot. Drives me
HD?
nuts.
What's that little sculpture behind her? Is that like a sculpture of a
It's on
flying
her
monkey?
throne. It's part of her chair.
And now, what's this time thing?
With the hourglass,
Yeah, what is it? What
it's
does
a
that have to
plot
do?
device later on
Oh, okay. I don't remember. Okay, so
because you blocked it out.
she's poisoning her.
With opiates. She's getting her addicted to
The
opioids.
amphetamines.
Opioids.
Oh, opioids.
She wants her to go to sleep.
It's the beginning of the opioid crisis. Oh, the poppies.
But what they leave out of this is actually when you OD on opiates. Actually, not even OD. When you have an extreme, you also throw up and shit yourself. They edit that scene out.
Wow. Is that on the extended director's cut?
Yeah, we're gonna watch the extras on the Blu-ray.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, I want to see that gag reel of her laughing and getting slapped in the face.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the gag reel from the Bukkake scene.
Ugh.
We could watch some Bukkake if you want.
No, that's okay. That's fine.
We can do an episode on that.
An episode on just Bukkake in general?
That would be bizarre.
Yeah.
That'll have to be the drug episode.
Yeah.
No, that would be the Cinnabon episode, and we get extra frosting
Oh,
cups.
God damn it. All right, I'm ending this now.
The Cinnabon and blue cheese episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. Fuck. God damn it.
Or
All right. Fucking monsters.
shrimp and lobster sauce.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Here they are. They're all
Not really
getting
for me.
high.
I'm going to Myrtle Beach again in a couple months. I'm gonna eat some lobster sauce.
Let's see if you smart people know why that only affects some and not the others.
Oh, the
Well,
poppies.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Oh,
All right,
because
so who's affected by it so
only
far?
a few are actually like sentient beings with like all factory systems. Tin Man's just a machine.
You're so smart. Jai's got it.
Yeah.
You win. You win a Skittle. Oh, you can have a red one. Eat a
Just
red
go
one.
to sleep, Dorothy.
See the shit running down her leg right now?
Oh my god. Stunning HD.
Toto's dead. Toto OD'd. He was too small. He couldn't take
Too
it.
big of a dose.
Yep.
I like how Tin Man's
Can't hold her
immediately
shit.
crying.
Well, they do revive him. The Tin Man has a needle, like it's Pulp Fiction style, jams it into Toto's chest.
Be cool. Tell her to be cool. I just watched that while I was home for Christmas.
Oh, I fucking love that.
Reach in that wallet and get my bag. How do I know which one's yours? It's the one that says "bad motherfucker" on it.
Let's watch that movie and do heroin.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that'll be good.
That'd be the last episode ever.
Yeah. First.
Yeah, because we'll
First and
snort
last
it.
drink,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
We'll snort a big bag of heroin.
God.
Oof.
And the rest of the podcast will sound like this.
Hey guys, we talk about the movie, or we can just get some more heroin.
Yeah. So Glenda is making it snow.
Actually, she's making it asbestos on them.
Oh, is that asbestos?
That is literally asbestos.
How is anybody? Did anybody live to see this movie be made?
Everyone who made this movie
in
is
the
dead.
theaters?
It was actually, you can go online and find vintage boxes of asbestos snow that you would use to decorate your house at Christmas on the holidays.
Oh my god. So wait, so the snow
Kills the poppies.
Yeah.
instantly?
That's biology 101. Snow
Yeah.
kills poppies.
Come on, man. Science.
You know, for the Tin Man not having a heart, he sure does have a lot of emotions.
There you go.
Just saying. Instant tears.
Now, see this little gold hat the monkey's holding there?
Yeah.
She doesn't address it, but that's from the books. And that's actually what she needs to use to control the monkeys. They're their own
Like,
thing.
like mind power. Mind
No,
control.
they're slaves of the cap. It's called the golden cap.
Slaves of the cap.
Yeah. Negro baby in a tub.
Oh,
They are
God.
slaves
Take a
of the
shot.
golden cap. And you have to summon them. There's a magic spell, and you put it on, and you have to say the magic words. You can only use the hat 3 times, and then the monkeys are free.
Oh, okay. So you get 3 wishes.
They're kind of
like a genie
basically,
sort of thing.
yeah.
3 commands.
Well, but they have to obey whoever has the cap. And there is a backstory to that that's addressed in the Oz books, where the cap comes from. They're being punished.
This monkey has a great haircut. I just want to say.
Yeah, he's awesome. His wings are cut off though, if you haven't noticed.
Oh.
She chopped his wings off, so
So that's the miniature effect.
it is. But it's not as miniature as you think.
Yeah.
It's actually the size of a Lincoln automobile.
She's 30 feet tall.
Yeah, she's like 1.5 feet long, and the castle is like 15 feet tall.
All right, so we're at the Emerald City. The movie might as well be over by now.
No, not till the witch dies.
Yeah, it always. Oh, this is that thing. That's that visual gag. Who rang that bell? He's really high up, and then he comes down in that little door, right?
No.
Oh, the whole joke is that he's little, though, right? But he
No.
seems like he's taller.
I think you're thinking. I think they might have did that in that horrible movie.
Which one?
The other one you asked if I watched. Oz the
Oh, the
Great and
new one?
Powerful.
Oh,
I think they did
No,
it
I
in
didn't see
that.
that whole movie. I only watched the witch
But,
transformation scene
I hate that.
because I wanted to see how she became the witch.
Hot garbage. She didn't. That's not how it happens.
She didn't fall in love and break her heart.
No.
And then have her sister try to.
Shut the fuck up.
The spacing on that sign, like the lines, like it seems like they didn't really use like any kind of like
The
ruler.
kerfing.
It's just kind of go.
If we had
to an
Jess Pacheco
angle.
here right now,
Yeah.
she'd be like clawing at the walls.
Yeah, you think for like an official entrance to Emerald City, they would have had just like a standard sign in design.
The royal calligrapher.
and all the entrances. Yeah,
What purpose do you think those like little collar of his has? Those little shoulder rings.
It's
Are
a
they
radio frequency, so he
stylish?
could talk to command tower.
Oh,
where
okay.
where his orders come from.
Well, bust my buttons.
Wait, you said that before you said it. You don't like this movie. You know some of the lines. You watch
It's true.
it, you liar.
I mean, I'm reading subtitles.
Yeah, but you said it before the subtitle.
No, I read it. I read the subtitle.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I wouldn't know that.
I mean,
So
the human body, like, and you like send a message to your foot to like move your foot. Like, it actually, like, you move your foot before your foot even gets the message from your brain. So like, there's like a split second, like a microsecond before.
I think
so
it's
maybe
less
like
than
you
a
just kind of knew what that line would be.
Yeah, maybe.
Like this movie is like
Possible.
kind of a part of you.
Or maybe I just read the fucking subtitle.
Yeah.
But I like your theories on.
I don't know, man. I think Jai is onto something.
This has all happened before. This will all happen again.
So are these like adult munchkins? And why is that horse purple?
He's covered with Jello.
And how?
Literally, that's a true.
Okay, so the horse died immediately after the scene, right? That's
No.
the horse is
No,
nodding his
but
head
the-
because he's dying.
They had several different colors, and the horses kept licking the Jello off because, of course, Jello tastes good.
So the people of Emerald City, did they have genitals? Did they eat food?
Oh, they're bonking like crazy. This is
Okay.
Orgy Town.
All right. What's their relationship with Munchkin Town?
That horse is just purple and now
Slaves. That's where their food comes from. They
Okay.
they produce their produce. They produce their produce.
Have there been any like
The
wars
horse is
between
yellow
the
now.
two factions, like any uprisings, or just like kind of like
No, the Munchkins know their place.
they just know their place? There's no, they're just
Watch us. When Dorothy goes into the brush up company, she almost bites it when she goes around the corner. Watch her fall. Whoops!
Now what a fucking dingus! Fuck you, Dorothy. You suck.
should have wore the flash.
She's laying on the floor just on the other side of that door right now.
I love those T-shirts with Oz on them. I would wear that.
It's all branding.
Yeah.
There's a sign to the past Super Bowls. Super Bowl 20, Super Bowl 10.
This is the
I think guy's cut off sleeves. He's
the
super
pro
jacked.
spa.
Did they get a bill for all these services?
Yeah, right.
Why is she wearing a
gonna
shirt that says Oz?
We're gonna mail your invoice to show off her breasts. See how the O goes all around her boob.
Yeah, I saw that. Lion's very fancy now. I like his bow.
They neutered him. That's why he's suddenly effeminate.
She's got like too much powder.
So you saw the giant shears, right? That's buy nuts.
Oh my god. I think they wear the Oz t-shirts just to remind themselves where they are.
Yeah, like those like those MAGA douchebags who wear like the American flags like on every ounce of their bodies.
I'm American.
American.
Where do I live again? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
America.
right.
Yeah.
America.
Sir. She's spelling out sir.
Surrey?
And they're all just down there and they're waiting and they're like, what the hell is she writing? It's taking too long.
Oh my god, that is so
She
elaborate.
sped that up.
Why don't you just write die? Or like
She does. Actually, the full version of that is Surrender Dorothy or Die. That got edited out.
okay, it just took another 5 minutes.
It did and it didn't. It just was, I guess.
Like we got it. Like it's already ominous. enough.
Exactly. Well, they
And
cut
then a
out
middle finger.
Eat a Dick Scarecrow.
Yeah.
yeah. Just drawings of them.
There was a lot of witch stuff cut out because in test audiences, the kids were negatively affected. Kids like Justin, delicate children. And she was deemed too scary. She had a lot more lines. Where she
I
says,
never minded the witch. Just cut that fucking lion out of there.
yeah.
This is how it would be if I was Oz. Nobody comes to see me.
Get that curtain. Mm-hmm. Pull the strings and just like.
He's like, are my 6 o'clock whores here?
My 6 o'clock ones, I have them after my 5 o'clock dinner. I ate at 6 o'clock because that's when they spanked the ass FDR after he was born. I waited a whole hour.
I hate this song coming up. This is like the worst part of the movie to me.
There's more songs, really.
This is
There's 2 hours after this movie.
This is like the musical break on SNL. I hate that they do it at all. And I'm like, because it's already late and I'm a kid and I'm tired. And it's like I would always fall asleep for the first musical performance.
That's my favorite joke from Arrested Development season 4 is when Buster has like that big hand implant and like he's like the army's testing out that big hand he has and like he's like, oh boy, somebody better like the SNL the musical parts of SNL because he can't fast forward anymore.
That's pretty good. I don't remember that at all, but that's pretty good.
That was the best joke of the whole season. Somebody better love the musical interludes of SNL.
I like the bees thing. Beads or bees?
Bees. Oh, the
And then the
about-
bees actually
yeah,
show up.
Yeah.
It's nice.
There's like that runaway song that Job's singing.
So you don't like the Cowardly Lion song?
No, I don't. They wrote this for him because everybody gets the whole like "If I Only Had a Dick" songs, and they just sing verse after verse. All he got was "I'm just a dandelion," and that's it. So because they wanted to, it was moving too slow. So because his "I Want" song was so tiny, they wrote this for him to perform. Plus, this is his allegedly his Broadway or vaudeville persona. And they were like, go crazy. Like when they put Will Ferrell in a movie and they're like, just improvise.
Just do whatever you want.
We'll film it all and it's all gold and we'll just do something with it. It's kind of what this was.
He's really hamming it up.
But according to his son, who does documentaries and stuff, these were all his father's, notable things, mannerisms and traits, and it was made
Just
for
really
him.
pull out all
We
the
all become our
stops.
fathers after a while, right?
Whether we like it or not. So they just he just takes that rug and just lays it out.
No, what's funny? I just realized this the other week. It's the column under the flower pot.
Yeah,
Like
It's like a yoga mat.
What the fuck? Like, who even came up with that?
Also, just realized the Tin Man has an axe. Like he could have fucking. He should just take out the witch with that axe.
Right?
He's like a good holster for that thing, you know?
Yeah, I remember
He
being
doesn't get tired.
very bored by this point when he's to get the crown on. Those jowls. I mean, I guess it's just his lip.
Wasn't there a sci-fi original series with Zooey Deschanel with the remake?
Yes, there was.
Did you watch that?
No.
Were they what?
I saw the pilot. And it's
Okay, it was like a drama series based on Emeralds. It was like a gritty reboot. There was a few.
Tin Man? I think it was called.
That was called Tin Man. There was also one that was on NBC. I think just called Emerald
There's
City.
a few because it's public domain now.
Right.
Like the intellectual property is public domain, so people try to do their own things. There's a Muppet Wizard of Oz, which is actually a lot of fun.
Yo.
With Ashanti.
The classic Muppets? Muppets?
Yeah, the classic Muppets.
Muppets.
Like
The
a Muppet
Muppets,
movie.
you know,
The
the
Muppet
Muppets.
Show.
Muppets Wizard of Oz, yep.
With Kermit and
And Miss Piggy plays all four witches.
Gunzo?
She's great.
Gunzo and Kermit.
Gunzo and Kermit. The Muppets.
The Muppets, yeah.
Siamese Chef.
Siamese Chef. Ooh, canceled.
Negro Baby in a Tub.
Oh, number 9.
My favorite
I think
Muppet.
Take a shot. You must be wasted by now, listeners. My favorite iteration of Wizard of Oz is the Blues Traveler music video. Yeah, everybody know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Clearly not.
No.
I'm just like, what?
You know that song's all it is I see in you, wonder if I'll always be with you. And he's playing the harmonica. You know Blues Traveler?
I
John
know Blues
Popper?
Traveler,
I know
sure.
blues. I know.
Well, that-
I know,
you know
I
that
saw
song?
Travel.
Nope.
That's their hit single. This one song that they're famous for.
Which one?
All
The Heart Will Take You Back?
I see in you. Wonder if I'll always be with you.
Words can say something.
I know.
It's all
That's
for
not the
you.
one I know. Oh, you're not singing it right. Yeah, I got it.
I know. Right.
It's a
to
lot more
say.
upbeat. Hard to say what it is.
Oh, sorry, I don't have a full fucking band behind
It's
me.
jazzier.
But
Like,
you never seen the video? It's all Wizard
no,
of Oz.
no, I
It's-
actually have not.
It's Dorothy trying to get into a rock club. It's a young
No.
girl, and she's dressed just like Dorothy. And I think some of the bouncers are maybe like the lion
they
and the Tin Man.
bukkake her in the alley to get her in.
Yeah. All right, everybody, take another shot of heroin. And he said bukkake again.
It's gonna be E for explicit on the iTunes.
E
store.
for everyone.
Is it E for explicit or E for everyone? I don't know.
That's the whole point of an
I'm
orgy.
an uninformed parent.
What's that? Every time I watch a video game show, it's like marked E for everyone.
Yeah.
For
Sure.
Call of Duty 10.
God, I'm gonna try not to play any video games this year. I just want to be done with them.
Where's this coming
So
from?
stupid.
that was random.
I was looking.
They're like spiraling already.
He's like, I'm so done with this movie.
It's January 6th. Jai's
Dorothy
already
dead
done with
yet?
video games this year.
I'm giving away all my books and DVDs and.
I see
all
your
my
books
possessions.
are leaning there on that shelf.
Yeah.
There's some missing.
Yeah. No, I'm like taking them out. I'm like, I'm gonna read all these books this year, and I just know I'm just gonna be like on Twitter all
Didn't
year.
you pre-order Cyberpunk?
Not. I have not. No, not technically. I'll be playing Cyberpunk when it comes
Oh, well,
out.
there you go. You're not quitting video
Yeah,
games.
I'm not quit. Okay, that's in April, so I'm gonna spend 3 months of
The
self-improvement.
face he made was like,
reading.
no, you're going to get it. And I'm going to come over and we're going to do it at your house.
yeah.
Right?
Right.
Right, friend?
Judy's hair looks different right now.
She got done up she got her hair did at
Oh,
the wash
I
and
missed
brush
that.
up company.
She looks kind of weird.
They painted over the bruises she got when she hit the floor.
She hit the floor. Nobody remember that song?
No.
Bodies hit the floor.
Yes.
I know
that one.
She hit the floor. She hit the floor. Something.
That's a song?
Yeah, it's a rap song. Whatever.
I don't listen to rap.
This is scary.
Look at that fire.
Okay.
Is it Martian Manhunter?
Justin, close your eyes.
It's Mr. Oz.
It's Martian Manhunter.
In the book, he's Martian Manhunter because in the book, they each go in on different days, and the wizard appears as a completely different being. To
that's interesting.
Dorothy sees the giant head. The Scarecrow sees a beautiful woman. Or no, the Scarecrow sees whatever. One's a ball of fire. Talking ball of fire. One's a beautiful woman. And the giant head. And a monster. There's a monstrous beast with, like, eyes.
Well, the monster's probably for the lion because he's scared. The beautiful woman is probably for the Tin Man because he's horny.
You know what? I actually didn't think of that, but I think you're right. And the ball of fire is Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, duh. You're right.
You dare to come to me for a heart? That's what I said to my last relationship. So I'll say at the end of every date. Come on, you dare come to me for a heart?
And you say, yes, sir. Sir? Wait a minute.
I just like turn into a complete asshole. Like, not like any kind of like toxic way, but just like become like a less interesting person, and then they just kind of stop calling. So it's easier than like breaking anything off.
You by choice become a less interesting person?
Yeah, I just kind of like, well,
you just don't open up.
Yeah, I just kind of like retreat inward.
Shields
just
up.
like I just want to play video games all day.
You're like the Batmobile and all your shields.
I become unappealing.
The Tim
That's what
Burton
it is,
Batmobile.
yeah.
I'm the same way, but I don't try. I'm just automatically unappealing.
Something changes.
I just don't want to do anything.
This is our year.
Yeah, no. Nah, I don't think so. I don't really, I don't know if we need to get into it now. I just want to like do my own thing. I just want to live on anybody else's schedule. That's all I do all day.
Yeah.
I don't think I have room. How do you like not? I don't know. I don't know how people do it. How do you do it? You're married.
We'll do what?
Make room for another human being.
Compromise. I know. No, it's hard.
It's compromise. Yeah.
Yeah, he always says like, if I die when you start dating people, I'm not fucking dating anybody else. Do you know what a pain in the ass it is to get to know people?
Yeah.
That's a young person's job.
Fucking sucks.
When you get past a certain age, I don't have time for compromise. Fuck that.
You know who doesn't have time for compromise is the Wizard of Oz.
No. That's why he's alone in his castle. And it says, leave me alone. Don't come and see me.
Why does he want a broomstick? Did
You ever
spill
think he
something?
just like imports a bunch of like Munchkin slave girls just to kind of like have
In the
fun
book,
with?
the implication is he wants her broom. Well, he doesn't ask for the broom. In the book, he literally says, go kill her. And of course, they're horrified at that prospect.
This is scary when he's running away.
That's a dumb run. Act break.
Yeah, he would have cut himself to ribbons by jumping through that glass. Oh, is this the Scary Woods part?
Yeah. The haunted forest.
Isn't there? I remember seeing some cut footage where the songs.
The
trees have a
Jitterbug
song, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very scary.
There is no cut footage. It's gone. Forest is spelled wrong, by the way. So this is a bad movie for children.
No, it's not. That's how you spell forest.
Forest is supposed to be
Yeah.
2 R's.
No, it's 1 R.
2 R's.
It's 1 R.
1 R, Daniel.
Forest?
No.
Yeah.
Not the name Forrest. The name like Forrest Gump. That's 2 R's.
Sure.
Just the thing itself. The the noun. Is that a noun?
The gun disappears, Madge. All this stuff disappears. There's cutscenes.
So wait, the Scarecrow. They gave Scarecrow a gun.
A gun. I know, right?
Is that a? No, that's a wrench.
And the Tin Man.
it's
That's
a
the Tin
gun.
Man. I know. And the Tin Man has a
Scarecrow.
wrench.
Oh.
The Tin Man has an axe, but they'd rather give him a wrench to indicate a weapon.
It's
That
like
makes any
Clue.
sense.
Remember the big net from Clue?
Uh-huh.
There's a wrench. I can't believe that. Like, I love that. I love that the fucking wizard is just like, here, take this gun.
Well, I don't know that the wizard gave it to them.
Well, where did he get a gun? Did he have it the whole fucking time?
They went to the Diagon Alley part of Emerald City and bought
God.
weapons.
There's no waiting period?
No, God, in Oz, no. People are killing each other left and right. Hell, she murdered a woman
There's, you know,
2
most,
minutes.
like governments are like there's just like 2 towns and just one like oppresses the other. So. Society, am I right?
You're right. I do believe in spooks. I do believe in spooks. I do. Believe in more than that. What's some more to believe?
What's it like to believe in something?
This summer you'll believe a monkey can fly.
In a world
where little people have no genitals, an inverted penis is our only hope.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God, look at, there's so many of them.
They're everywhere.
Is that-
It's like an infestation.
Is that like a reprojection effect with all the flying
That
monkeys?
is, but those are real stuntmen flying by in ropes. And
This vision of her looking out the window at all the monkeys is me in the summer looking at all the lantern flies in my backyard.
that would be funny if it wasn't true.
This is me in my backyard right now.
Now, where the stuntmen are flying in, a lot of the wires broke, and several of them fell to the floor, like
they died.
20 to 30 feet.
They died,
No,
right?
they went to the hospital.
It's like cursed production.
Yeah.
They in the same room as, what's his face, the actor who almost died?
Yeah, they had to share rooms back. It's like Harry Potter. There was a wing, and they were all
Just the Wizard
side
of
by
Oz.
side.
The Oz wing, just like in the prison.
Yep.
There was a medical wing. A lot of
The
people died
the
there.
Emerald City wing.
So one guy he took the blood of someone who had AIDS and
Also,
injected
he's
it
got
to someone
Toto
else.
right
Oh my
there.
God, yeah.
Look, and now he picks up Toto.
Wait, what?
We
Toto,
can't rewind it.
He already
but
had
if
Toto.
you're watching it and you see the little monkey with Dorothy flying by, the one right behind him is carrying Toto. But then they cut to Toto on the ground, and the monkey picks Toto up and takes off.
There's a second Toto.
Yeah, there's two Totos.
Second Toto on the grassy knoll. It's pretty intense when they rip apart Scarecrow.
Seriously.
He's just in the floor there.
What if you take all this?
No, they just took his head off and
Yeah.
they put it on the pile of straw.
Oh, okay.
And they kept him alive. They pumped blood through his neck.
That's
So-
cool. It's smart.
If they take all the straw out of his head, does he die? Or if you fill it back up with straw, is he still alive?
You'll have to go to Oz to find out.
Yeah, it's like Cassidy from Preacher. It's like, how much can you like rip this guy apart until like he just ceases to be?
Well, I mean, in season 3, they circumcised him about 1,000 times. Spoiler alert. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I gotta watch that.
At one point, one of the characters tries to fashion an ear out of all the foreskin. It's a bit of good run of
I heard
television.
they went right off the rails from the comic.
Oh my
book,
God,
yeah.
it's great.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Preacher? You ever
No.
read that book?
No.
I got
Oh,
it. I got
you
it
love
right
those
there.
books.
On the very top.
It's about this...
Those big books.
Those big books.
Big comic books.
Yeah, the whole premise is God quits.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, but then there's this an angel and a demon a long time ago had a child, and it became
That sounds like fun too.
yeah. It's like it's kind of the voice of God.
Yeah, it's like the voice and the power of God. More like the voice of God. Basically, this small town preacher named Jesse Custer gets infected or possessed by
the voice of
by
God.
this voice of God.
So he's like the Atlantis.
and then
So he can
finds
speak.
out
Dogma.
that like God has left heaven, so he takes his like ex-girlfriend and like
And his best friend is a vampire
guy, and they just
Who's been alive for thousands of years.
and the comic book was cool because it was basically like an international like road trip.
Yeah.
to try to find God. But then I think they just
And
kind of
their
went. They
adventures
went in a
along the
different
way.
direction on the TV show.
They do. It still remains. It's very much in the spirit of the show.
Okay.
But no, they follow the. It's just condensed into 3 seasons.
Right, yeah.
So they're still following the plot line loosely.
okay.
So it's current.
The clone of Christ.
No,
is
they ended
back.
it back in September, I think.
Yeah,
Like
it just
4
ended.
seasons.
It's on AMC.
Well, I would call that current. I mean, it's
not
not like
AMC.
years old. It's
I'm watching season 3 right now, but it's
See,
great.
she just threatened her. She says, "You have an hour left to live because she can't get
Whoa.
the shoes off of her feet."
So what's she gonna do in
You know,
an hour?
that was a lot of speculation I had as a kid. I'm like, so what does that mean? Like, she goes, see this? That's how much longer you've got to be alive. And she turns the thing over and takes off.
See, I assumed it was just like, oh, now your soul is linked to this, so when this goes away, you just automatically die.
It could be. I don't know. That's what. Is it a magic
That's
spell?
how I always interpreted it as a kid.
Or I thought, like, is it going to explode?
Yeah.
Because later she throws it and it explodes.
Spoiler alert.
You know, and like you kill her. Or does it mean I want to come back and kill you with my own 2 hands? I don't know. Well, she can't.
She's talking to Annie M here.
Oh,
That's like
God,
a kind of a
this is
hint
so
that it's all a
intense.
dream.
This is Oz cell phone. They were very unwieldy. They were hard to carry around.
It's like Skype. It's early Skype.
Yeah.
You know what? This looks better than any Skype call I've ever made.
Right now the guard at the Emerald City is wiggling his shoulder rings to get her reception so she can see her aunt.
Ani M, you gotta log in. Ani M, look into the laptop.
It's
Is
gonna,
your caps lock on?
It's gonna send you a code. You gotta copy that code, paste it, and verify your account.
This
And
scared
then
me
click
as a
in
kid.
all the images that has a
She
traffic
looks at
light
you.
on
She
it.
breaks the
Ah.
fourth wall. That's terrifying
That
to
is
children.
very scary. That is very scary. Though I'm kind of into it. I'm kind of into the witch.
Did that turn you on?
No, just looking at her, the more she appears on screen, the more it's like she's pretty. She's a looker.
I do like the green makeup, the green skin. You know.
Yeah, it's like it's like a Kirk.
Necrotic.
Yeah.
It's like a Captain Kirk thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I slept
okay.
with the green women. Blue women. So Toto escapes and helps and finds them. They got there pretty quick. I like how the Tin Man, the heaviest person, is pulling on the lion's tail to get up. It just rips his tail off.
You can see that it's a stand-in. You could clearly see that was not Jack Haley.
Stuntmen.
Yeah.
Or women.
No, it's a man.
No, just men then.
Now it's that.
They still haven't made like lapel mics for women. We talked about that.
It's the worst thing. Yeah, we try to get these lapel mics I use for work to try to like just like sit on the couch and like watch this movie and record. And
it turns out I'd have to stop breathing for it to work.
We try to give Justin like a tie to wear so he can clip it onto his tie. Like
and I'm wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah,
it was nice. It was good for a moment. I felt dignified.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but then they're mainly made.
They're made for men, basically. Like anytime that I have to film a woman witness in a deposition, it's just like, oh, I guess just kind of clip it to your blouse or
Can
whatever.
I clip this to your bra? I'm gonna.
I mean,
reach
really,
into your
it's
blouse.
on like whatever.
But women
attorney.
can wear ties.
Yeah, they can.
They can. I mean, they also wear like those pantsuits that have like those lapels. It's a thing.
Pantsuits. What is this? 1990?
I don't know. What do you call those suits that women wear? Is there a name?
Pantsuits, power suits.
Power suits.
A suit.
A suit. Okay, a suit. Sorry.
I think I don't know. I think I've heard people Clinton was running.
Yeah.
So it's a pantsuit.
I think that's a really old-timey word.
Yeah.
Like panties.
Yeah. Slacks.
Yeah, but it's not.
Slacks. That's not a thing anymore. Slacks.
I like slacks. I like supper. And
If
I
you're
like
Stephen
slacks.
Boss, that is.
Khakis. People still call them
Khakis are fine. Khakis, chinos. Yeah.
Chinos.
I'm gonna put on my pants and eat supper.
I still don't know what the fuck the difference between chinos and khakis is.
Is it like a branding thing with like Old Navy?
No, I
Are
think
they
it's
front pleated or?
No, I think it's a fabric thing.
No.
It
You
can't
guys
be
ever
the
just
color.
like go like weeks with just wearing the same pair of pants like every
Of course.
These pair of jeans I'm wearing right now are the only pair of jeans I own besides my work jeans. So these jeans I've been wearing every day without washing since June.
Oh.
I have like 3 pair of jeans.
I was gonna say like I mean within reason like maybe like every 3 weeks you wash them but
No, you
yeah,
can't wash
sure, man.
jeans; they
No.
shrink.
No, it ruins it. They get all nice and relaxed when you wear them for a while, and then they're like all soft. You
I gotta
wash
wash
them
them
and
in
they
the
tighten
tub.
up, and you're like, they don't fit me anymore, and you got to wait a whole day.
A whole day without wearing jeans.
Whole day.
No, when you put them on, you have to break
It's a
them
whole
back in.
day. I hated this part too. It was scary. I don't like the OEO guys. OEO. I did like how they spoofed it in that Simpsons episode.
Not for
Anybody?
me.
This is a classic trope: beating up the bad guys and wearing their uniforms.
Right?
Star Wars did it.
Star Wars did it.
Simpsons did it.
The autographs in my book, they have one of these spears.
Oh, you got a book here.
Yeah, I have a book.
You didn't bring that
up. The Wizardry.
What's this book you got, Daniel?
The Wizardry of Oz, and it's all about like
Is this like written by
pictorial making of the two fellows who are actually from Pennsylvania, and they have this extensive collection of photographs and behind the scenes stuff. They've actually printed several books at this point. They have so much stuff.
So
Wow.
they weren't officially involved. They're just like
Wait, go
big
back.
fans
No, they're
of
just
art and
collectors.
production
There's
design.
a photo of a witch in here. I want to see that
All
witch.
kinds of photos.
Show me that witch.
Girl.
Yeah, this you said this 2020 is our year.
This is the
And
year,
now
man.
I said I kind of scoffed at it like no, as long as I get with this witch.
You got goals, life goals.
Witch.com.
Is that her?
You know. That is Gail Sondergaard. That is the original cast person. They want the actress they wanted to play the witch. They were
It doesn't look like.
No, they were trying to emulate the Wicked Queen in Snow White because Snow White was a hit the year previous, and they wanted a
see.
glamorous witch. And they actually put her in a costume. It was like all black sequins
With the hood.
Yeah, and then they said no, she's gotta be ugly like in the book. And Gail Sondergaard was like 30, and she's like, I ain't playing no ugly old lady. And they gave her ugly makeup, and she's like, no, I don't want this. I don't want to do it. And she also didn't look right, so they let her go. She wanted to go, and that's how they got Margaret Hamilton.
This is interesting. Ooh.
I love that book. I love behind the scenes stuff.
The wizard's disembodied head is what I'm looking at here. It's kind of creepy looking. Kind of gives me a Mars Attacks kind of vibe.
Yeah, ack.
Oh, the big head.
Yeah, big head. Big head.
Big Eddie.
They
Spaghetti.
didn't use that. They
Oh, he's got a
tried
big
it.
head.
It's
That's
like a
why they call him.
puppet. They didn't like
That's
the way
last
it
name's
looked.
Spaghetti.
Oh, they didn't like the
They didn't
wizard
like
head?
the puppet head, so that's so what you actually saw was an actor with makeup, and then they just projected the footage onto the smoke.
Oh, it's so scary.
If they all had like those guns the Scarecrow had, they could have just took him out.
See, here he goes thinking again. He's getting his ideas. He's thinking, and this goes over here. And that boom.
I see that.
See,
it
that
explodes,
blows up.
Yeah.
He's like, give me your axe. Oh.
I like how she says, don't kill them right away. We'll think about it for a little bit.
Let them think about it.
The Scarecrow uses the Tin Man's weapon. Like, maybe just the Tin Man should have had that idea instead.
You would think. He's too busy
Chekhov's axe.
being in love with everything.
Ugh, who has time for that?
Not me. I want to play my video games and read my books and watch my movies. Who am I kidding? I'm not reading books.
You're watching Bukkake videos.
I want to quit Twitter. That's one of my goals. I really just want
Quit Twitter?
I heard someone talk. I'm like, yeah. Ever since I quit Twitter, I've just been reading books more. Like,
I don't know how anybody can be hooked on Twitter. It's annoying.
Have you
to
been on
read it.
Twitter?
Yes, I have. I'm trying to understand it, and it's too random.
I mean, for me, the addiction is like you just. It's kind of like you just follow these characters or real people. Obviously,
No, they're characters.
They're characters.
All of our social
And
media
it's
personalities
just-
are
you
characters.
kinda-
we create.
There's certain like writers or artists, any kind of talent really. You just kind of follow their feed, and I don't know. I feel like you're missing out if you don't check in on
I feel like I've been getting more likes in the past 5 years than I had before, and that's what's
you've
addictive.
got a healthy list of followers. You know?
After
It's not
that
much.
much.
I just hit
After the
300.
spate of death threats that you had.
I plateaued like
Yeah,
200 like back in like 2013. I'm just
Yeah.
that's all. That's as far as I'm going.
Yeah, mine's not. I don't really have that many.
But I'm not
No,
sneaking. I'm not like hashtagging stuff. You know.
Don't do that, because
Don't
now
do
I'm
that.
a villain of
Yeah.
the New York stand-up community.
Let that rest in peace.
Let that rest in peace. Fuck Louis C.K. Wait a minute.
She's wearing an oversized hat.
Oh, here's the elevator,
to
right?
make it look. This is another elevator.
Oh wait, it happens in here? I thought it happened
No.
outside.
This is a different scene. This is for her melting.
That's
But
what I mean.
They put a giant hat on her so she looked like she was smaller.
But this is the scene. This is the scene where she melts.
This is the scene where she melts. In Munchkinland, she takes off in a ball of flames and smoke.
Okay. For some reason I thought I remembered her melting outside.
No, she melts in her castle. And the first time they did it, they didn't think of. They blew smoke and dry ice up under her dress, and her dress blew up over her head. And they're like, "Oh, we gotta nail that to the floor."
You know this guy looks like who said you killed her. He looks like the guy who plays the Hooli guy in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, I was gonna say he looks more like Peter Coyote.
Who's that?
He was in E.T. and he was in Deadwood and.
Didn't he just die recently?
I don't know.
We never
Kind of
will.
had like that Midwestern, like kind of government official look. They're like, I can trust this guy, but like, there's probably something like kind of infernal and below the surface.
We melted her.
And then we drank her with a straw.
Is this guy supposed to be like Trump? Go do this for me.
Delete.
Ain't I a stinker? What? Oh, yeah, my Trump analogy.
Really?
We're going to leave all the fucking bukkake stuff in?
Yeah,
You damn
Negro
right.
baby in a
yeah,
tub?
You better bleep that.
Take a
Trump
shot.
reference.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to have to bleep so much stuff in this.
The wizard has sausages in his pocket.
If he was that great and powerful, he could have paid for more than a curtain to hide himself.
Right?
Like some kind of like iron like panic room or something.
Just janky shit back here.
Let me just pull his shower curtain around. You know?
Yeah, I just got a new shower
That's
curtain.
enough.
Yeah.
I fucking lead the only city in this country. I can't afford goddamn silk.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. CIA.
Yeah. Oh, pulling the strings.
Analogy. That's Mitch McConnell.
Is that a colander? You're just talking into?
Yes, it is.
It's like two
He's
columns.
making spaghetti before they came over. That's why he doesn't like to be interrupted.
No, did they make it out of a colander? Because it looks like it.
See, I think he's like,
yeah, Justin, they did.
you know, he's all like kind of like he's got like a nice suit on. He's got one of those like
Nice cheekbones.
what do you call those ties?
horrible.
It's like a I want. It's not a bow tie.
Kentucky or Colonel Sanders tie.
Colonel Sanders tie. Like you think he just would wear like a t-shirt and like board shorts and like some flip flops.
Just be real comfy.
Yeah, he'd be comfy. He's like, yeah, I got this hologram doing all the work. What do I got to dress up for work anymore? You know?
Well, no, because then
he's working from home now.
It'd be funny if he pulls the curtain back and he's like naked and he's like soapy. Like, oh no, really? Don't look at me.
Just got like one hand down his pants, just like.
Well, they wouldn't have pants on. He's
scrolling through his feeds and just like telling Siri to pick up Wawa hoagies for him.
Jai, are you talking about yourself right now?
Yeah, wait, that sounds...
I do have my hands down my pants.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
You know, that's a natural thing because of our natural fear of castration.
I believe it.
Is that why they say men do that?
Yeah. I still do that. I catch myself doing that sometimes. Yeah. It's so like automatic, and it happens when you're a kid. It's natural. You want to protect your genitals.
I don't.
You don't do that?
Interesting.
There should be like bones over it.
I'm not convinced you have them.
Like a rib cage. You know, we got a rib cage protecting our heart. We should have a cage.
I'm sorry. What the fuck did you say to me?
You've been talking a lot about cloacas and inverted dicks.
Man, I might have a cloaca.
Yeah. That's what I looked up on the internet anyway.
Yeah. That we're just like, oh, if only this would just grow. Like,
well, if it's on the internet,
I'm willing this would grow. Maybe I'll put my hand over it.
Like, this is the
warm it up, like incubate it.
Yeah.
3 dudes,
get a little moisture
an hour
on
and
it.
41 minutes, and now we've begun talking about our dicks. Where's Tammy? You have Tammy tonight.
Yeah, well, we're hiring a third female co-host, permanent.
Why are some of these crunchy? Toes. Some of these Skittles are crunchy, like weird. Some are gummy.
When did you buy them?
On the way here.
Okay, I was going to say this. It tastes a little stale.
Wawa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? A stale Skittle?
They probably don't recycle those. When I worked at a grocery store, I think they just put more candy on top.
My galvanized friend. Galvanized metal.
All right, everybody. Which one are you? Daniel, you a scarecrow, a tin man, or a cowardly lion?
I used to think my favorite used to be the Tin Man growing up. I'm not exactly sure why, and I actually hate him now. I think.
Yeah, you haven't really given off a good energy with him.
Part of it comes from interviews with Jack Haley after the fact. He's like, oh, everyone's like, it must have been so much fun. He goes, fun? It was horrible. That costume was uncomfortable. I was just hired to do a job and blah, blah. And like, how like disrespectful could you be to like bazillions of children?
He didn't get slapped in the face.
True.
He got off easy.
He didn't get slapped in the face. She did get slapped in the face, and she still revered the project and was respectful of what it meant to people. Mm-hmm. I used to think that was popcorn hanging off of his heart. It's little daisies.
Oh, yeah. Like the popcorn you like decorate Christmas trees with?
Yeah, but no, it's daisies.
I think I tried doing that once when I was like 10, and like I used like the needle and the thread,
and cranberries.
And I just like automatically just like went right into my thumb with the needle, started bleeding everywhere.
That's what you get.
So I was like, "That's it, I'm done.
I'm done with Christmas."
Fuck Christmas.
And then he passed out. He woke up 3 hours later in a pile of bloody popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
Should you just call him an idiot? Are you clever enough?
You cut me to the quick.
See, I do stuff like that. But do you think you could do it? I mean, I'm just asking. I mean, I believe you can. I mean, I'll do it. I'll just do it. Never mind.
The lion looks like he smells a fart.
Yeah, it does. She's talking about a balloon right now. So wait, what is this guy's deal? And how has James Franco aged this badly?
It's makeup. It's just makeup, man. CGI and prosthetics.
I'm doing this thing where I'm watching the Oz Extended Universe in chronological order.
Yeah, you gotta start at the beginning. You know,
you start at the beginning. This is the first Avenger.
Plant all the seeds in the beginning.
This is like the Avengers. They got all together and together they're.
I never thought of that. And you have to watch Return to Oz next.
Mm-hmm. It was Wheelies. That's the Age of Ultron of the Oz Extended Universe. My friends. What?
That was weird.
My friends. I mean, my friends. Everybody really likes green. I think everybody's just like, hey, I want to wear some purple today.
I think they were just like, we got color film. Let's just like make everyone's eyes just bleed.
They murder those people.
I don't know. Look at the people. Look at the security detail of the wizard. You get these people with fucking spears. It's like, stay back. This seems like a fascist state.
Yeah.
That's what they were doing in the NBC show Emerald City. It was just like these different factions of Game of Thrones, and like these people were vying for power, but they were actually also like working with this side, and it was ridiculous. And it was just like that gritty thing that they were just taking the wrong lessons from all the better shows.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it is fascist. When the wizard leaves in the actual stories, he declares the Scarecrow his successor, and the Scarecrow is then the Emperor of Oz.
Damn.
Damn! Oh, look at those rosy cheeks.
Speaking of Siamese cats,
Oh, I love Siamese cats so much. They're like kittens forever.
where are they connected?
You dumbass.
You said don't leave without me. What are they doing?
And then he flew into the sun. And didn't this happen before?
he
This happened to
burst into
James Franco in the...
Yeah, except this is a European balloon, and instead of being filled with helium, it's filled with explosive hydrogen. And when he gets too close to the sun, it does blow up, and he plummets to his death.
That's how the book ends?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
and then the book's over.
Oh.
And he comes down, and he crashes to Emerald City, and everything, because it's made out of celluloid, bursts into flames.
So it all
explosive
burns.
flames, and they all die of like 5th degree burns,
Then the final page
which
says
is
burn
like
this book
2
now.
degrees worse than 3rd degrees.
Oh. So it's 5 degrees.
Yeah,
Fifth degree burn.
the worst. Basically, you're ash.
So Glenda's coming back to fucking act like a hero.
Yeah, say, oh yeah, you could have left like 2 minutes into your trip.
It's like, oh, someone like blew some bazooka jump,
Bazooka
Joe.
jump.
They blew a bubble with Bazooka Joe and just like got caught in the wind, and here it is.
Man, Bazooka Joe. Do an episode on that.
Just got a bunch of
Bazooka Joe comics. Just let's get
just
the
keep putting
Keep
more
opening
in our
them.
mouth until our jaws
And
just
yeah,
don't
you
work anymore.
comment with each piece of gum. You have to keep
Yeah.
talking.
get the Bazooka Joe Unlimited app for your tablet, and then just read all of the Bazooka Joe comics in order.
Got to start at number 1. Because if I start at 1, then I'll understand all of culture, and I'll unlock the secrets.
How did he lose his eye?
Yeah,
He had an eye patch, right? That was his,
yeah, pretty much.
I would imagine he got hit by a bazooka.
Yeah. Bazooka Joe was actually like Grenade Launcher Joe in the first couple issues, but then they had some creative changes. And,
Grenade Launcher Joe.
Yeah.
He was a villain at first.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange was a villain. I won't look any further than my own backyard.
I did give up on that project. I hope you know. Like
Oh, you did?
I said I would.
I never followed up with you about
Yeah.
it because I was thinking of getting it myself.
I canceled my subscription already.
Oh.
I just went like a week or two. Like, what was I doing? Like, there was like 4 weeks in November. I was reading all these Marvel comics from like 1962. Is that just depression, or is that?
It's probably a mix of a lot of things. Mostly depression, probably.
You don't
Depression,
remember the
stress.
girl sitting across from you that you were dating at the time in the room because you completely blocked her
Yeah,
out so you could
pretty
zone in
much.
to do uninteresting things, and she was like, "Yeah." She
Yeah.
just got up and left.
Like, babe, you gotta believe me. This is.
No, I don't. You,
Babe,
you
wow.
didn't even talk to her. You were in your own. Your walls went up, and she just sat there waiting for you to. And she's
Look,
like,
if I read all of the Tales of Adventure of Ant-Man's first
She'll just go
introductions
away.
from the beginning, then by the time I'm 39, I'll be all up to date, and I'll know what's going on in Eternals 3. So
"Oh my god!" I just realized the handle on his can says Eagle. I know that's an Eagle oil can because I'm a nerd, but I didn't realize that the handle has the name Eagle stamped into it.
Was that like the oil can?
The
Yeah.
oil can?
Like the one like you
Well,
gotta get
if
an
you're a
eagle eye.
fan that likes to collect this junk, yeah.
Do you have any of this?
Had the oil can. I had got one from Gold Nugget Flea Market in New Jersey, and I got it all cleaned up and sandblasted, but I gave it away as a gift.
Well, nothing from the set though. The actual movie.
Personally, no.
Okay. Well, I know you do. You make a lot of props and you do stuff, set design stuff.
I do stuff from this movie. I make the witch's broom. I have made the hourglass in the past.
and you sell these, or these are for productions, or
I do them for people that ask.
personal
Well,
collections.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people's personal collections. But a friend of mine.
Oh, she's clicking her heels.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll get to this. I want to in the plug section. I want to talk about your business. There's no place like home. What the fuck? There's like a minute left.
no credits.
We're not even out of Oz yet.
they're like, wrap it up, wrap it up.
Punch her in the face. Let's get out of here.
Just crack her with a wand. The
Yeah.
window worked. It's like a Flintstones. You got to just hit her again.
And we're back in sepia tone.
Yeah, she's in the mental hospital now. So a morphine drip.
Ends like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Just lobotomize her.
Yeah. She's drooling.
Yeah.
There's a giant. The Indian just threw the TV out the window and walked out.
Native American.
Negro baby in a tub.
Oh my God, that's number 10.
So drunk, right?
We're gonna need rehab.
Yeah, I'm
after
so
this.
drunk. I don't know what's happening.
I gotta drive after this.
Who's that guy? Oh, that's the
Marvel.
wizard.
No, it's Professor Marvel.
Was Captain Marvel the first Avenger?
Captain Marvel, yes. Mary Marvel.
She was first. Technically.
Like legitimately in the comics?
Chronologically.
For real, it was a woman first?
Well, she existed before. No, you know what? Captain America was first because he was older.
He was the first Avenger.
He was first Avenger. She was the second Avenger.
Really?
Yeah.
And the
She
continuity.
coined the name. Well, not her, but like wasn't her call sign Avenger when she was in like the Air Force. And then Sam Jackson.
Oh, Marvel.
What am I gonna call this team? Who's that chick I really hung out with Blockbuster Video at? Avenger.
Black Widow coming out 2020.
Opening
folks.
day, man. Black Widow. You down?
Looks fucking. Hey, Florence Pugh's in it.
Yeah.
I'm down to fucking.
Hell yeah.
Watch her entire
Some of that
her entire filmography.
That pew power.
I'm down in. I got
pew,
in at the ground floor and I'm following her baby all the way.
Yeah. And
All the way.
And she's only like 22, so like you gotta.
She's 24.
She's 24.
I'm not. It's not like that. I just.
No.
she's
I was
great.
just saying like she's got a lot of runway ahead of her.
Oh,
Her
yeah,
career
she's got
keeps
a hell of a
going.
lot of runway.
Unless she decides to quit or something.
I'm now in the position as this, if I'm calling a NASCAR race,
Oh, that's it. That's the movie.
I would end it.
And
Okay.
roll credits. Roll to credit.
And it just ends.
Boink.
Oh, here we go.
Here's all your people.
Hunk.
Singer midgets is the
Hunk,
Munchkins.
Zeke, and Hickory.
Yeah.
Toto as Toto.
Toto is Toto?
Toto
Toto
is
is
Toto.
Toto.
And that's not true. No, Toto is Terry.
Why would they lie about that?
I don't know. Same reason they lied about L. Frank Baum's jacket on Professor Marvel.
What?
Yeah. The same reason they said thing.
Oh my God.
On the
What the
ad.
fuck
What
is
the
this?
fuck is that?
Central Board of Film Certification?
What? Of India.
We're looking at looks like a scan of a film certification
What the what? Jaya,
right at
why'd
the
you
end of the
do that?
movie.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
You hit buttons. I saw you.
I didn't.
No, it
I-
just went in
I just hit
automatically.
display just to see like the time code.
Oh.
These are all just like legal mumbo jumbo.
Yeah,
Was
this is a good part.
weird.
Don't pirate this. Don't burn copies and sell it on Canal Street.
Don't play this in your pub.
In your
Because you know all the sports guys love the Wizard of Oz.
we just restarting the movie right now. What's
Oh
happening?
God.
No, it's just doing a lot of warnings. Yes, the movie is over. Folks.
Yeah, so that's the Wizard of Oz.
that's the Wizard of Oz.
right.
Yeah.
we covered that.
There's a
very
wizard
well.
in Oz.
We stayed on track. We
did.
completely discussed
Yeah.
the film.
There was, like,
the
no-
whole time we didn't talk about Arrested Development.
No
or
tangents
our
whatsoever.
dating lives,
Or our dicks.
or dicks,
Or-
or we didn't say Negro baby in a bathtub.
Glug glug glug.
Daniel, so we mentioned briefly a few
Justine.
minutes ago that you do recreations of movie props from this movie for people's personal collections.
Correct. And a friend of mine was lucky enough to win in an auction 2 of the torch brackets from the Witch's Castle set.
This is recently.
This was very well. He won them probably about 7 months ago.
Okay.
And then we went to Antiques Roadshow with them. He already knew what they were worth, so that was just sort of like a
Hey, look at what
just
I have.
to do. Yeah, exactly. Look what I have. And I said, please let me. They're missing pieces. It was just the wall bracket, and then there's a basket, but it was missing. There's like a wooden pole, and then there's a bowl that goes in the basket, and there's a bracket that holds the basket. And the original ones on set were piped with gas, so, for the flame effect or whatever. So I said, let me, restore this to how it looks in the movie so that it's a recognizable thing, because on its own they weren't really
Doesn't really look like it.
recognizable.
A lot of movie props. You and I have had this conversation in the past. Like,
Disappointing in real life.
yeah, I remember seeing Gozer's outfit from Ghostbusters went on eBay for like $20,000 or something like that, and it's literally just like ripped up spandex with like styrofoam tape to it.
But it's the costume.
But it's the costume.
Like he wore it on his body.
She.
Yeah.
She, sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
Gozer the Gozerian has
Yeah.
no form. He picks
Okay.
it picks the form that you choose. Anyway,
And she was actually supposed to be Paul Rubens originally.
Yeah, which would have been incredible.
Would have been good.
Maybe. But
ended up being some German.
Thank God we're making another one. Maybe now we'll get it right.
I know, right? It looks so bad.
But I mean, sorry. So you installed this, and they weren't much of anything.
I made the missing pieces, and we finished it all up, and I showed you pictures. I could show Jaya. It's really good for a podcast. People love.
We could put these like
pictures
when we post the
in a
episode. We could like
podcast.
attach some photos to.
Really?
Yeah, we might do
when
that.
we share it.
Maybe.
You guys, you do that.
It's yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
All right.
If not, then do you have a website?
I do not.
Okay.
No, I do things for like friends, word of mouth, things like that.
So
I gotta say,
just Google Daniel Moyer
Yeah.
and try to find him.
That's
Nah.
You've done some costumes for some Eric Fuhrer
Yes.
at
in New
UCB.
York, yes.
For his Characters Welcome
Oh
show.
my God, I love his stuff. It's so much fun.
You can look up Eric Fuhrer on UCB Comedy and
Yeah.
on YouTube, and he wears Daniel's costumes.
Yeah, he did. The Reverse Mermaid is very popular right now. He tagged me in it, and I think like it's been looked at. I don't know what 150,000. I don't know, some ridiculous amount of time.
So watch
Thousands
Reverse
of times.
Mermaid. YouTube search Reverse Mermaid UCB, and then in that he tags Daniel, and that's how you can find Daniel.
We'll put a link in the show notes.
But maybe.
And
we'll see.
and then also another
Too busy bleeping out.
It's your first appearance. Daniel.
Negro baby in a tub.
Yeah.
And then
number 12.
And then I did. He did fat fucking bodega sandwich. That was a lot
that
of
was
fun.
really good,
He
yeah.
I
wrote
remember
it
you
to
were
me.
talking about the whole production of that sandwich.
This giant puppet was so much fun to make.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll text me. He goes, "I have this idea," and then he has like this vague idea of this thing, and we'll text back and forth. And I love that he's comfortable with input because my brain starts going, and I just come up with things he hadn't necessarily thought of, and we sort of collaborate with this creation, and then they burble into this wacky set thing, and he brings it to life on stage, and it's so much fun to watch that.
That's
I love
great.
it.
Yeah.
Have you got any other work from his referrals?
No. I've had people
Fools.
interested.
Fools,
Yeah,
people.
people write me and they'll ask me stuff, and then
It's usually like, how much? Do I have
they
to pay
don't
for
say
it?
that. They don't say that right off the bat, but they call up and I'll consult for a little while, and then they just disappear.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're in Manhattan, so clearly there's a lot of talent running around in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Although it costs probably way more than I would charge. I charge basically for materials.
and
Yeah.
it's louder.
Yeah.
Stressful city.
It's very stressful.
Yeah.
And angry.
Parking,
Cut
forget
throat.
about it.
Yeah, forget about it.
You know, I mean, you're gonna move to New York City. You might as well just sell you a car.
Yeah.
It's not smart to have a car in New York City,
No.
especially when you go see the Statue of Liberty. That you can't even take a road there. You have to get on a boat.
Or swim.
Yeah.
It's very cold and
like
dirty.
an asshole.
But even
Gotta
then,
swim.
Yeah, swim like a fucking asshole.
Yeah, but Dan, you were in our last challenge of the well-known sketch show, and you made
Oh,
some amazing props.
that's right.
You made like that judge's bench.
Thank you.
All those stuff for the Pap smear frontier gynecologist
the
sketch.
wolf hide for
wolf
Pap
hide.
smear.
The head of
Dan Marr's
Marr's head out of paper mache.
I
I
still have
forget
photos
about
of that.
stuff. I don't even think about things. I make stuff,
Yeah.
and I don't even think about it. Like
Made
I
the-
forget. I'm the worst at self-promotion.
The wheel for Tammy Tonight. You made
There
her a
you
chair
go.
for that.
It's a great
you
wheel.
made a working
Bunch of
prop
furniture.
fireplace for an improv show we just had.
Yeah, for our
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid.
Or-
That was so much fun.
Are Afraid
Yeah.
of the Dark spoof coming to Steel Stacks Improv Comedy Festival at the end of January.
It is?
Yeah, we're performing.
We have a spot?
Yeah, we're at midnight on Friday.
Oh. Do we? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be there.
All right.
Yeah.
I might be
I'll
there.
be
Okay.
there.
All right, that's fine.
Well, no, we have a staycation Friday, don't we?
Yeah, and then I'm kind
So
of
I'll
afraid
be
it's at
there.
midnight.
Okay.
So staycation, you guys are both on the same.
Yeah, we're both on
improv
staycation.
We
team.
are.
We have
I'm a big fan
For a few
of all
years
of your
now.
work.
well,
You're on staycation.
I,
whether you
I,
like
I
it
was
or
on
not.
one episode. One
no.
show,
You
one
do a lot of
episode.
video work and
Yeah.
stuff.
Your team staycation.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we're getting a cabin soon. We'll talk about that off mic.
Okay.
If you want to hang out in a couple weeks and get drunk in a cabin with us.
I love that idea.
Okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to plug, Danny? You got anything coming up? You've done a number of Valley Weird Squares. This was a really excellent game show. Do you have anything in the pipeline?
I'll have a Valley Weird Squares coming up in
Ooh.
April.
Where are you guys going this year? I mean, this year.
Valley
It's
Weird
the future
Squares
now.
is literally going to hell, fellas.
going to hell.
yes.
Yeah.
Is that because I think you asked me? It's like, how do you heighten it
Yeah.
from space?
You guys
I'm
went
like,
to
well, you gotta go
Hawaii,
hell.
space, now hell.
Yeah, now
Okay.
we're going to go to hell. I didn't want to do. I was all set for Vegas. Somebody shouted out hell, and the crew was like, "Yeah!"
You still go to Vegas after hell.
Sure, or maybe Vegas and hell. Who knows?
Yeah, Vegas and hell. Yeah.
I mean, Steve Boss is like the walking embodiment of like the devil on your shoulder. He's just like kind of like, eat that extra slice of pie, or like to go down that alleyway or whatever. Tempting you down the dark side.
Is that why Stephen Boss is standing over your shoulder right now?
Oh Jesus!
Telling you to eat those Skittles.
He vanished right before you turned, like the second you turned your head around, and now he's back. He's right there. Nope, he's gone.
Wow. Wait, is there a commentary with William Tuttle and Buddy Epson?
William Tuttle? Who the fuck's William Tuttle?
I don't know, but Buddy Epson's still alive to do a commentary?
No, but he did. What they do is they
We're looking at, sorry, the Blu-ray menu just came up again, and that's what we're looking at.
They have old interviews, and they just
intersperse it. With
their backstage and behind the scenes stories.
Cool. Well, Valley Weird Square is in April then.
Valley Weird Square is in April. Watch
Staycation, first Saturday of the month.
Yep. Yeah,
10:30.
At least one more.
Yeah, at least one more. I think if we get renewed, the name's going to change. But yeah, we'll keep you posted on that. Go to steelstacks.org/comedy or follow Staycation on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Staycation Comedy. We're an improv comedy collective. Jai, you got anything going on?
Just Friday, March 27th, 8 p.m. at Steel Stacks Sketchlehem, a new sketch comedy show coming to you live and video-wise. Written by the very funny Janir Hankerson, J.J. Ellis, and Roya Hamadani. And I'm directing, so it should be a lot of fun. Come on out, 8 p.m.
8 p.m.?
Yeah.
Wait, what day of the week is that?
Friday night.
8 p.m. on a Friday
night.
Get the fudge out of here.
Wow.
I had to sacrifice.
Whose dick did you suck to get that spot?
Really?
Well, I had
Really?
Holy
8
shit.
o'clock?
I am missing an arm, so I had to a little bloodletting and get that time slot.
Really? Holy shit! 8 p.m. on a fucking Friday
in spring, in the springtime.
March 27th, baby.
Ooh, baby, it's gonna be
Son of a
warm
bitch.
and sunny.
Yeah.
In March Madness.
Come on up. Look for us. I'll be pimping the hell out of that show coming up. So a lot of very funny sketches these guys have been writing. Guys and girls.
Guys and gals.
Good peoples.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's it.
I think that about does it.
Yeah, that's where
thank you for listening, Daniel. Thank you for
Moyer.
Thanks. This was fun, guys.
Yeah.
I was worried this was a little too weird, but no, I think you guys had fun with it.
No, I think we only said Negro baby in a tub 12 times.
Baby in a tub?
Now 13, 14. So I don't think it's that weird. Bukkake was also mentioned. Pretty standard episode of Amusing Ourselves to Death.
Yeah. From the ones I heard.
We'll all be canceled by tomorrow morning.
Probably.
Sweet.
At this rate.
Rate.
Well, this is going to be a Patreon episode, right? So,
membership.
Up in the air.
Just
like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Or just cover that.
Or this is the little taste. This is what you could have if you chose to start donating.
Yeah, we're toying around with starting a Patreon, but we'll talk about more about that at some point when that becomes a reality.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the sort of thing we might do more commentary tracks, and we might for donations, you might be able to hear more.
So
like this.
I'm the cheap free whore that you get for nothing in your ear holes, while everyone else you're gonna have to pay for.
Yep. Now get back to work. Jai, you want to carry us out here, and let's end the episode like we end every episode. Please like and subscribe and review. Go on Facebook. Amusing Ourselves to Death on Facebook.
Tweet us.
AOTD
Instagram.
Pod on
We're
Instagram.
on AOL keyword. Amuse ourselves to death.
We hate your hate. We hate YR hate on Twitter. We hate your hate on Instagram.
I'm at Jayapak.
Jayapak. He's quitting Twitter. But
Quitting Twitter. Social
Daniel
media. I'm
is
gonna read
on
more books this
Twitter.
year.
I just watch Twitter. I put very little on there.
Cool. That's it. Yeah. Please tell people about this podcast. And Jaya, how about you take us out of here?
See you later. See you later.
Hard to say what it is I see.
See you later. See you.
Negro baby in a tub.
See.